I get this to a degree. The other dude's from out of town. Um, his merch and his memorabilia is not going to be as common and as often as our Josh Allen. A lot of dudes just go buy a Josh Allen jersey, head on down to training camp perhaps and get it signed. But I don't know, man. Our guy's coming off a career year. Maybe we just for optics, will you get in there and beat him by a dollar?
I think so.
Right. Yeah, let's beat him. Let's make sure we beat him by a dollar. So anyway, lots of fun auction items can be found. That's at walkoffcharities.com. Frank's charity, and we'll talk more about it this morning, but it's a really cool charity. It's a good idea, born, 6, 7, 8 years ago now. And it's just getting, in underserved areas of the city, of the area, getting baseball gloves on kids' hands and bats in their hands can be an expensive sport, and they've just done so much to spread baseball and make it accessible for kids that want to play. So happy to be out here and pitching in. We'll give you some more deets on that as we move through the morning. But we're at the Walk-Off Charities Classic presented by Dailies. And so a little cross-promotion there with one of our proudest and best partners in Dailies, who are also partnering here with Walk-Off Charities. So it's a good event. Going to be a fun day. And, again, this is now our, I believe, 41st appearance at a golf tournament
this
here.
year.
Yeah, this year here on the morning show. So, there's this old phrase. It's called when you talk sports, especially. Perhaps it goes way beyond sports, but it's stay in your lane. Right? We've heard that. Now it can be snarky, the LeVar Ball way, or it can be, maybe you're just not maybe the expert in this particular topic you think you are. I'm not saying you don't know anything about it, but stay in your lane here when we get specific. Mm-hmm. So today, the stay in your lane neon sign, I'm going to put it in my lane.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I need to stay in my lane, okay? Because I can't be the guy who doesn't watch Gator baseball until the elimination game of the SEC tournament and then accurately confirm or deny that they could be a, quote, dangerous team now that they squeaked into the NCAA field, right? My thought was, all right, they'll go out, they'll get hammered by Nebraska in the Big Ten Player of the Year, Pitcher of the Year, and then they'll beat Niagara, and then they'll go back and they'll lose to either Oklahoma State or Nebraska again, and that'll be it, all she wrote, right? And, the Gator fans, those that have invested in Gator baseball all year, although I will say Hicken, even in the right lane, kind of agreed with me. That's how it's gone this year for Florida baseball. And by the way, we're not celebrating some trip to the Super Regionals. That hasn't happened yet. But the lane of a, quote, dangerous team, y'all are right on that. Obviously, they were a dangerous team. If you're a top seed and a host, perhaps you didn't want to see Florida. Or I'll give you another one, LSU. LSU in the same boat. I think they're in North Carolina's regional. In North Carolina and Oklahoma State here are the higher-seeded host teams expected to move on to the Super Regionals. And both LSU and Florida now have taken those regionals to championship games today. I believe Florida's first pitch is at 3. So if you haven't followed over the weekend, because, man, it's hard to keep up. So you throw in a rain delay, and keeping up with this NCAA baseball tournament is madness. Basketball, it all runs on schedule. Baseball, they go extra innings, or they have rainouts, or anything else that happens that throws it all out of whack. Like Florida had her weather delay yesterday, and I'm switching around watching other stuff, and then they change off of the network that they were on, and you try and go find them. FSU, by the way, has moved on. They beat UCF last night to go ahead and wrap up their hosting in the sub-regional, and we'll see if they get a super regional site. Wouldn't surprise me. So far, 16 teams move on to the Super Regionals. That's the way it works. There's 64 in the field. There are 4 at 16 locations, and then they'll pare down. And it'll be best 2 out of 3 for basically the Sweet 16, and then the 8 go off to the World Series. So you want to be able to host first off a Super Regional. That always helps. But it's also interesting to kind of keep track on the clicker with the conference success, and 11 teams I think I saw are through, which means 5 will play championship games, quote unquote, today, and already 4 from the SEC and 4 from the ACC. And you got Florida and LSU both in action today. I'm not sure. I believe there may be one more ACC team that's alive. But LSU, much like Florida, right? These two teams were at the bottom of the SEC for a lot of the year. They had terrible conference seasons, and each got the benefit of their tradition, their schedule strength. They got placed in, and Florida and LSU, real similar, quote, dangerous teams. And so I will admit that I didn't stay in my lane with my dire prognosis for Florida baseball when we last met on Friday. They proved that they are certainly, dangerous is the perfect word, isn't it?
Stay in your lane.
Yeah, I'm going to stay in my lane on that one.
Shout
maybe
out
next
Anthony
year
for staying all day yesterday, producing both of those games here at 1010XL.
Well, there you
here
go.
all day.
That's and by the way, that's a reminder. You hear the Gator baseball and Florida Gator. We're the home of the Gators here in Jacksonville. So today's game, is that on 1010? Is that how we do it?
Yes, sir.
Or stream it. Yeah,
Yes,
10:10 a.m. today with a 3:00 first pitch. Meanwhile, the talk coverage that we give you on 92.5 will continue all day. It is the Monday Morning Quarterback, DivorceMenOnly.com, so we will parse through the weekend that was and peer ahead to what's on the schedule. And by the way, softball also still alive, but the Lady Gators are probably living on borrowed time. Had a nice win over Alabama yesterday, but Texas and Oklahoma are the powers in women's college softball. And each is undefeated so far on their side, or overall even. So Florida has had to beat Oklahoma twice today. I think that's the way it went. And on the other side, I think it was Stanford who is facing Texas, would have to beat them twice. So the Lady Gators do keep it alive. I believe they go at noon today if you're so inclined. So there's that. The best thing I saw this weekend, man, was this golf tournament. So caddies rarely become the story at golf tournaments.
Okay.
But they did this weekend. They did, especially on Sunday at the Canadian Open. And there were two very visible caddy stories. One was interesting, and the other was heartwarming, man. A tearjerker.
Educate me.
Okay. First, the interesting one. Old Fluff Cowan is still a caddy on tour, ladies and gentlemen. 78 years old. You may Fluff forever was Jim Furyk's caddy. Before that, he was Tiger Woods' caddy.
Oh.
Fluff's got that big walrus mustache and 78 now. Well, he took a tumble yesterday. He's on Tom Kim's bag, and he fell down a hill. He was injured. They had to take him off the premises, and so this leaves Tom Kim, quote unquote, left holding the bag.
Caddyless.
He just called a big fella out of the stands, man.
No.
Yeah, big old boy, big old 300-pounder, big offensive lineman up there said, "Hey, man, you need some help?" "Actually, I do." And the dude peels on the caddy vest, grabs the bag, carries it for like a couple of holes. Then they switch out to another caddy that has experience.
Right.
I think all told, though, he used 4. He used Fluff, and then he used this dude for couples, and he used a dude, and then he used another.
But the dude just volunteered.
He just watching the tournament,
and they let him.
and it's up to the player.
That's what's
There,
up.
I'll give you an intro. There have been players in the past, ET, who have fired their caddy in the middle of the round and pulled somebody out of the stands just to carry the bag. There's a number of those. That'd be fun. That'll be fun to go to, because we'll talk about this again later today, I'm sure, and that'd be a fun one to research. That's happened a number of times.
Yeah.
Caddies our players gotten so fed up, or they've gotten into a specific argument,
Right.
and they have fired their caddies mid-round. And either carry their own bag or grab their brother out of the crowd or somebody. So
that's what's up.
So yeah, so there was the Tom Kim Fluff Callan, but just sports are so great, dude.
Absolutely.
They just give you the best stories, man. It's just, as much as you can support the debate team, you just don't get these storylines. All right. Robert McIntyre he's a good young golfer. He's Scottish. Oh, by the way, as we go through this story, I've got another suggestion for the PGA Tour. But anyway, so Robert McIntyre's caddy, his typical caddy, couldn't make it this week for whatever reason. And rather than – now, first of all, let me take you back a few weeks. McIntyre is – I bet you at some point McIntyre was approached by Liv. He fits that mold. He's a younger European golfer, good player, not great, but he's certainly better than most of the guys on Liv, right? But anyway, that's here nor there. But McIntyre playing on PGA Tour, and he's not having all the great results that you'd want per se, and he got homesick. And after playing like at Hilton Head a few weeks back, he flew home. Just had to kind of clear his mind, got homesick, flew home. Well, anyway, he couldn't have his normal caddy this week. So his dad, who is a greenskeeper at some local club in Scotland, gets on the plane, flies over with him, and his dad is his caddy at the Canadian Open. And then Robert McIntyre goes on to win the Canadian Open, the first win in his career.
Wow, with his dad
on
being his caddy.
on PGA Tour with his dad on his back.
That's pretty legit.
Okay, so then they go to Amanda Balionis. I'm sorry. They go to Amanda Balionis to interview father and son. Right? It starts with McIntyre, and he at least plays enough golf in America that it's somewhat intelligible. You get somebody, though, with a thick country Scottish accent, he may as well be speaking Chinese.
Yeah.
She put the mic in the dad's mouth and asked him a question. E.T., I promise you, I didn't understand a word he said. I mean, not a... I mean, thick. And to the point where I get it with CBS. They probably don't have time to just transcribe that in there. but I was watching a little Sports Center this morning, as I'm prone to do. And they, because it was heartfelt. The dad starts crying. And by the way, one and done. He's got to go back and cut the greens. McIntyre will get his normal caddy bag. But to have his first win, his only win to this point, come with his dad on his bag, obviously they were both emotional. And you're also talking about a golfer who, again, it's tough, man. It's tough grind on these guys when you're not winning. We saw how tough, tragically, with a PGA Tour golfer committing suicide a week ago. Now, he had other demons, don't get me wrong. But this is, even on a, well-based, seemingly mentally strong kid, and McIntyre could get tough. And this guy I got to go home for a couple weeks. That homesick, and that, you finish 45th every week and make $32,000. It gets a little old.
Yeah.
Even though that's good. You ask most people, hey, man, if you could make $32,000 a week, would you be happy? Heck yeah, I would.
But they have to pay to get in those tournaments, too.
Well, that's okay. If you're that level, they don't have much expense between their sponsors and partnerships. You don't have that. But it's just a grind. You want to win, man, right? At the end of the day, you want to win. Most people don't. I'd rather be the starter. I'd rather be the starting quarterback on a 5-12 football team than the backup on a Super Bowl winner.
Yeah.
I'd rather play.
About that.
I'd rather play. Is this from CBS, Casey? Okay, this is perfect. Now, y'all tell me what this man said. You ready? Here it is. Here.
No, caddy. Sorry. Oh, canny. Yeah, honestly, it's unbelievable. I got phoned last Saturday night. You phoned me. I'm sitting on the couch at home, 8 o'clock Saturday night, and I'm like, can I leave my job here? I'm busy at work.
Of course you can.
Aye. 8 o'clock the next morning, I'm on a flight out here, and
wow.
Just one last question. You've now played
so
yourself
now I
into
can
the
say,
memorial.
he's like, I got back to the club. I was on the plane the next morning at 8.
Sit on my couch at home.
I could it almost is easier to understand just hearing it.
Yeah, without looking at it.
Yeah, when you're watching and that mouth's moving and it's just not matching, right? It's just in. You're going to learn little things about me, as we continue to grow and blossom. I am like a world-class lip reader. Yeah, the FBI could employ me. They got something going on. Hey, what's that dude saying?
Hey, what's that dude saying?
That's correct. That's right. But that my man here, Scottish. If it's not Scottish, it's crap. Yeah, I was having no luck there. All right, it's spelled Kennedy. I guess it's Kennedy Carter. Is that her name?
Yeah.
The WNBA player? Listen, I'm not saying that Kennedy Carter, should have been kicked or should have been given a technical, or that she shouldn't have her foul upgraded. I'm not saying she shouldn't be fined. I'm saying I'd kick her out of the league.
Dang.
Yeah, that's just what I'm doing.
Dang.
Yeah, I'd have a meeting right now. I'd have a conference call from the WNBA, and if you don't all start kissing CC's rear end, you're not going to make any money, girls.
They tripping.
You got a cash cow here, man. Why? Why do they hate her so much, E?
I don't know.
Take
man.
me inside the culture. Why do they hate her? Is it a race thing? Is it just they feel like they've been playing great basketball their whole lives and now this girl comes along?
Yeah,
But the
all
reality,
that plays a role.
I
man.
guess, but the reality is, if y'all were doing what she did, we would already know who you were. I mean, the reason Caitlin Clark is because she was breaking all the records and taking them. Listen, anytime somebody is swimming against stream of the dominance in a sport, it's why Tiger Woods was as popular he was as a black dude in a white sport, right? And I'm not saying basketball is a quote black sport. I'm not saying that. But the disdain, because by my notion, and I don't know Caitlin Clark, but what the heck did Caitlin Clark ever do to anyone?
I'm like, are there underlining issues that we don't know about that's not spoken about, like beefs behind this?
Because it doesn't seem like there is. I mean, it's not her fault that the whole world covered her and fell in love with her and that they rushed to draft her and they put her on TV every day. You girls got to understand, can't you be friends? Just let her play and you just go be. But if you missed it the other day, like a play it ended, and this girl takes like a two-step bunny hop and just shoulders her to the ground. And by the way, threw a bee at her before that.
Oh, did man?
Yeah.
Dang.
That's what she did.
They hate Caitlin.
Bizzle.
Wow.
Boom. Knocks her on the ground, dude. For what?
Jeez.
Again, man, I don't know if the commissioner of the WNBA is doing a god-awful job of letting these ladies know that you are bizzle, shoulder bumping millions in future earnings to the ground when you do this. Ride it, embrace it, piggyback with it.
Right. Now, to be fair, it ain't just the culture that dislikes her, though. You know, it's just all the WNBA.
That's fair.
You know?
And that's fair, too. And that's fair. I see it more vitriolic, I guess, because I've been watching the college basketball.
Right.
It's Angel Reese. It's Dawn Staley.
Right.
So I guess that's why. But part of that
still,
is...
yeah, like you said, man, they knocking over millions of dollars, man. Y'all ain't been on no charter flights y'all whole career. This girl come into the league, y'all on charter flights.
Right.
Y'all on nationally televised TV.
And instead of appreciating it and riding along, they're like, we should have had it anyway. Like, one of the teams has already complained. Like, 4 teams complaining that their charter flight's not as big as the other ones. They can't take their family with them. My girls are laying on the ground.
Right.
Jaws all messed up, being called a bizzle. I mean, I'm just trying to play here, girls. That's it for the – and by the way, the Caitlin, I don't know what the ratings say. She's on a bad team that she's not making better. It'll get old real quick watching.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're like 2-9 or something. They're not very good. She had a career low last night with 3 points. This is not the game that she got the bizzle chunk. The bizzle truck came the day before.
Bizzle truck.
But the WNBA had to like circle back and say, yeah, that's a flagrant.
Yeah.
Do that.
Like, come on.
Yeah. But anyway, you talk about cutting off your nose to spite your face. I just don't. And by the way, she just I don't get it. Yeah, I really don't. I really don't get it. All right. Thankfully, I saw him on the Rich Eisen show. And Tony Khan, the prayers have been answered. He's okay.
Yeah. He's healed.
Yeah, he's healed. You know, there was a lot of concern when he took that suplex in the ring at AEW right before the draft. I mean, when a man's got to wear a neck brace into the NFL draft, you know he's on death's door. So I was very happy in watching the Rich Eisen show. I believe it was on Friday, or at least a clip of it. I was very happy to see it appears Tony Khan is back in full health. So appreciate y'all's prayers out there after he took that wicked, violent attack inside the wrestling ring. And so, to that end, Trevor's percolating now, right?
Okay.
Because he's the next in line for it. It seems like the word around, and we know this here, and Trevor has said they've been talking for months. The feeling around the league is, even though Tua has one to come and there's some other Dak, the feeling is, and this would be very smart by the Jags, is that Trevor will be next. And so that's kind of percolating around the league, and analysts and insiders are weighing in on what that number will be and where it falls between other quarterbacks, and all of that stuff is incredibly unimportant to me. The most important number on Trevor Lawrence's new contract to me, will be that first one in front of the YR.
Okay.
Like it always says, blank YR, blank million. What is that number going to be? Is it going to say 5? Is it going to say 6? He's going to say 7. I mean, Patrick Mahomes had said 10. I'm not suggesting you do that.
Yeah.
But, man, you see these escalating salaries. In fact, when we come back on the other side, we talk a little Trevor, and we hear from the miraculously healed Tony Khan. The receivers have been getting paid this offseason, right? The Jalen Waddle. Who was the other one that just got a big one?
Nico Collins.
And they got basically the exact same deal. I think $84.3 million. So the AAVs are resetting on wide receivers. Remember when we foolishly signed Christian Kirk to like the 6th highest contract or whatever
it
was?
Why would they do that?
And what did we say then? We said, hey, man, just settle down because in 5 years it'll be 20th. We'll see what it is because now it's starting to stock and slot, and I have that list here too. So we can look at what the real financial implications of Christian Kirk actually were. And the reason I say that is this. To me, risk-reward, I would sign Trevor for as long as he would let me sign him for that number that stays at like $52 million or whatever. In other words, if I can get him for 7 years at 52, I would rather do that than getting 5 years for 52. Yeah, I'm committing another $100 million, but guess what? By the time this next Trevor contract comes up, the quarterbacks are going to be making $80, $90 million a year. There's already some dudes with salary caps and future earnings because of the way they reschedule and push it back. They're going to have $100 million cap hits in the next couple of years. Jalen Hurts among those. Anyway, I am just very long-winded here on a Monday morning. We wait for the sun to rise on the south side of Jacksonville, FLA. We're at the Deercreek Country Club, where today it's the Daly's Walk-Off Charities Foundation event. It's the Golf Classic. We'll talk a little bit about that as we move along, and I will go ahead and tell you, by the way, don't try coming out here and play. Third consecutive sellout here in the third annual. But you can go to walkoffcharities.com. They got 70-plus auction items there that you can browse through and go ahead and make bids. You can do that until 4 o'clock today. So we got a lot to talk about. Baseball is certainly going to be among the discussion points. Florida, put me back in my lane. Shut up. Get in the carpool lane, Grandpa. This is The Drill. It's a Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Summer's a great time for 1010XL. So turn up the heat and stay cool with 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daly's Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daly's Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daly's Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daly's Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Hey folks, this is Dave Benyon with my son Ammon here from Zero Res. Ammon, you've been cleaning air ducts for a while now. What are some of the reasons customers might consider getting their air ducts cleaned?
There are many reasons. Many times, people suffer needlessly from poor indoor air quality produced by the conditions in their air system. Construction dust, the presence of bacterial growth, and years' worth of buildup all come together to make your air ducts a pretty gross place. If you suffer from allergies, have recently moved, recently remodeled, or have never had your air ducts cleaned, then now is the best time to call. By calling Zero Res, you'll have the peace of mind of knowing that you called the best of the best. Our state-of-the-art truck mount system and top-of-the-line service representatives simply can't be found anywhere else. Google Zero Res and read thousands of 5-star reviews.
So what kind of deals can I expect?
Just mention that you heard us on the radio, and we'll give you $100 off your air duct cleaning.
Wow, that sounds like a pretty great deal. Remember, folks, Zero Res,
spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
CEROREC.
This is the sound of turning small bets into legendary wins. Only on the Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app. The sound of parlays. The sound of paydays. The sound of watching the game will never be the same. Hard Rock Bet has already paid out millions and millions in parlays to people across Florida. Download Hard Rock Bet now, and if your first bet doesn't win, get up to $100 back as a bonus bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to play. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hicken here with Zero Res. If you're like me, you like to sit on the sofa and recliners and watch a good game or show. You know, unwind down from the day. But sometimes TV time means food, drink, and a mess as well. That's why you need to have the Zero Res truck out and get that furniture looking great again. All of June, Zero Res offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning, 25% off a sectional, off a sofa, 25% off a love seat, 25% off your favorite recliner. Zero Res, man, you spell it forward, you spell it backwards. Zero Res, it's the right way to clean.
Are you tired of living with constant pain from torn ligaments or nagging tendinitis and bothersome joint pain? Say goodbye to endless medications and invasive surgeries. Go BioTarget Regenerative Treatment is available only at injury care centers. Their innovative approach helps you recover faster and get back to doing what you love without drugs or surgery. Don't just treat the symptoms, target the root cause with BioTarget. Visit GoBioTarget.com to learn more and schedule your appointment today.
Clearwater. John, I can't even mow my side yard. It's so soggy. Man, my builder sucks.
Brent, calm down. This is a common problem in neighborhoods where houses are built too close together. You need gutters and a properly installed French drain that will soak up subsurface water. We can completely dry it up.
So I can take my builder off my speed dial now, huh?
Yeah, we got you, buddy. Let that builder bitterness go.
Clearwater irrigation and drainage too.
On base at NAS Jacks, 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Is your roof ready to weather the storm? Don't take chances with your home safety. Trust the experts at Universal Roof and Contract. Get peace of mind knowing your home is protected from the elements. They'll ensure your roof is in top shape to handle anything Mother Nature throws its way. Right now, get 10% off a re-roof or repairs, plus a free wind mitigation with a full roof replacement. Call 855-ROOF-HELP or click universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
How nice would it be not to worry about your AC unit for 10 years? What? Vaughn's Heating and Air, standing by their units for 10 years. Imagine not having to think about your AC unit for a decade. Vaughn's 10-year warranty covers the parts, labor, and refrigerant. Basically everything. No fictional problems that will cost thousands. This is legit. An AC unit with no repair costs. Wouldn't that be nice? So remember, if your AC unit won't turn on, just call Vaughn's. That's Vaughn's Heating and Air.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence is somebody who's come into the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise and really, I think, changed the city. I mean, people have rallied around Trevor. He's changed the team. He's a leader on and off the field. And the success we've had with Trevor, I think we can have even more success with him. And I think he's one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and he's only going to keep getting better and better. So we definitely want Trevor to be here as long as he's playing football. We hope it's with the Jaguars.
That is Tony Khan, again, Son's neck brace. So thankfully healing is now complete. Look, he went on to say, obviously, it's not a matter of if, and it doesn't seem to be a huge stumbling block. There's probably language at this point and different bonuses and escalators, however they do it. I think they're probably fine-tuning a new deal for Trevor Lawrence. I did see that, the experts predict it won't get Burrow money, but he would get, golf.
Okay.
Now, what NFL insider said that, I don't know, 3 weeks ago when Goff got his deal? We did. All right, that's where he's going to get. He's going to be there somewhere. Probably won't get. And by the way, doesn't deserve Joe Burrow money. Joe Burrow has been better than Trevor Lawrence, and especially considering team success. I don't have their, numbers here. I don't want to quibble about passer rating or those sorts of things. But yeah, and I think Burrow's $55 million?
Yeah.
Man, I would give him Burrow money because of the escalation of how the whole thing works, right? I'd give him that, and I'd give it to him for as many years as he would take it. If that, and by the way, when we talk about, because we'll have our moments here, via the text line or other, especially during frustrating times, about Trevor's value, and is he this, is he that, and generational nonsense, and blah, 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 right? But we've told you all through that, well, that may be true, but the Jags love him. They're all in on him. They think he's championship, caliber talent. So, and you heard that a little. I don't know if changed the city. Yeah. Probably too strong, but I will say I can't think of many people in the city's history that went viral from eating a meal at Waffle House.
This is true.
Right? I mean, so I think there is a certain Pied Piper. He's very recognizable, tall. So we'll see. You want to really change the city? Where does Trevor Lawrence rank all time, buddy? If he wins us a Super Bowl?
Oh, at the top.
Right?
Top.
You get a statue, don't you?
Oh yeah.
So
he's gonna be right up there with Big Bo.
We can dream, right? Man, we're talking about the Josh Allen v. Josh Allen on the we're at the Walk-Off Charities event, Daly's Walk-Off Charities Classic.
Shout out
Classic.
Deercreek.
We're at Deercreek, and part of that is they raise money for the Walk-Off Charities, which gets underserved young kids all over town the ability to play baseball with equipment and coaching and otherwise. A lot of time and effort and blood and sweat put in, man. Shout out to all y'all, right? For most of us, it's as easy as your kid, hooks up with his elementary school friends, and one of their dads or you coach, and you live in your nice little neighborhood, and you get in your Explorer, and you go to practice every day. Mm-hmm. That's not the reality for what a lot of those things may not stop you from playing football or basketball, or all you need is a ball.
That's right.
But baseball's expensive, man. It's along the lines of golf. It's not, and it doesn't have to be, but that's what we turned it into.
Right.
When I was a kid, E.T., growing up middle America, we had a bat bag and a uniform bag, and we weren't. I mean, next year when we got our uniforms, they were what the dudes wore last year.
Right.
Our parents didn't buy us 7 matching sets of uniforms. We didn't have to have 41 sets of uniforms.
Yep.
We had a bat bag. And nobody had their own bat. You found your favorite of the
of the bunch.
The 3 that you have, you found your favorite. And so
the game hasn't changed.
Yeah, and the game hadn't changed. The mentality and the lunacy that we, as I guess the parenters, the proprietors of the game, and making it year round for these kids, and putting these incredible pressures of what your uniform looks like, or what kind of carbon infused bat you have. It's that to a degree could solve a bunch of this, but that's not where we are, and the work that Franch and the guys are doing is certainly helping. So anyway, let's circle back though. What I was going to say is, we told you about Josh Allen v. Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I just went down the line at one point here. I don't know if the bids are public, but at one point we're going to have to go. You know who they got in there?
Pat Mahomes.
They got Trevor.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
They got Mojo. They got Baselli. They got Tebow. They got Taylor. And Patrick Mahomes.
They got Jordan.
Josh Allen. I mean, jerseys, though. Signed jerseys of Mahomes, Allen, Baselli, Taylor, Mojo, Tebow. I mean, bunch of good stuff there and make a lot of money. So y'all,
I wonder if that's live. If you could just come in here and just bid.
You scan it. Yeah, you go in, you scan, and you can bid. Yeah, that's how it works. So they can do it online though at walkoffcharities.com. Let's go back to Tony Khan when it comes to Trevor Lawrence. And listen, NFL success is a 2-lane street. It's a coach quarterback highway. You're the right coach quarterback, and you're going to ride. You're going to stay on the road longer than most teams year to year to year. And here's Tony Khan on that coach quarterback combo that the Jaguars have right now.
Since Doug Peterson arrived at the Jaguars, so many great things have happened, and Doug is the leader of this team. And with Trevor on the field with Doug together, the success they've had, it's been a lot better than anything we've done in Jacksonville, even long before my dad had bought the team. And I think we can continue winning games. And last year, down the stretch, we had some injuries and some things that did not go our way. And I definitely think Doug and Trevor and the whole team are going to be in a really good place going into this offseason. And like I said, we want Trevor to be in Jacksonville a long time.
Yeah. All right, so that's Tony Khan on the Rich Eisen show. So kind of telling the NFL world what our expectations are here in Jacksonville. I frame the future of Trevor, as if it were me, I'd pay him as much as he would take for as long as he would take it, and that way I don't have to worry about this again in 2 or 3 years. Of course, it's certainly not always that simple. And if you paid, say, Trevor $60 million a year now, people would scream, "How is this, that, or the other?" Just like they screamed about this dude Christian Kirk back in the day. Remember? Mm-hmm. Well, with some of the deals that have gone down here this offseason, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was the other one.
Jalen Waddle. Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Nico Collins. Michael Pittman Jr.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes have gotten deals this offseason. Calvin Ridley.
Yep.
$23 million a year. Stephon, $23.5. But remember when we saw, and I don't remember exactly what it was. Wasn't he like the 8th highest paid receiver?
Christian Kirk. It was definitely top 10.
Yeah, I don't want to put him too high. I don't want to say, he was 4th or 5th. I'm not saying that, but I think it was like 8th, and it was too high for a guy who'd really never been to number 1. That was at least some of the pushback from the fans. But just to show you how fast things change, right now in the NFL, to find Christian Kirk, you'd have to go past A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, Devontae Smith, Nico Collins, DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel, Michael Pittman Jr., Terry McLaurin, Calvin Ridley, Stephon Diggs, T. Higgins, DJ Moore, Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin, Deontay Johnson, and then Christian Kirk, 22nd highest paid receiver in the league.
That's what, in 2 years?
What's he been here? This will
be his 3rd season?
This will be his 3rd, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
So,
already that 18 AAV is all the way down the same as basically Jerry Jeudy and Deontay Johnson, and that sounds more reasonable, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't bring this up to now give the Jags kudos. I think a lot of us pointed this out all along. Just settle down. By the end of this offseason, it'll be 12.
Exactly.
He's down to 23, whatever I just said.
And he was worth it, too.
Yes, he is, yeah. No, he has performed awesome. Yeah. So, yeah, I would not disagree with that. But so there you go. There's that Christian Kirk. And I say this only if you see a Trevor Lawrence number that you don't agree with, just understand that Dak's going to pass him in a week. I mean, wouldn't you rather have Trevor than Dak?
Yeah, I would.
Dak's very good in the regular season, but that lack of postseason success, he's got that Jason Tatum kind of deal going.
Right.
It's Tatum now against, we'll have to wait. But did Hicken go to the hockey game?
I don't think so.
I talked to him Saturday morning, and I had forgotten to even ask him, and then I haven't talked to him all weekend. But his beloved Rangers, he sold his sports soul for some Rangers success this playoff season, and alas, it came to an end at Florida this weekend. It'll be Edmonton and the Florida Panthers now in the Stanley Cup Finals because Florida finished off the Rangers on Saturday night. I have a Shazam when we come back on the other side, but I got a college football note before we get to a football fix from the NFL. The Gators had one of the splashier bit of recruiting news over the weekend because of the player that's involved, and I am not here for it. This is The Drill. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Florida Gators knocked off Oklahoma State 5-2 yesterday to force a winner-take-all regional final in Stillwater today. Oklahoma State, the $1.80 favorite of the money line. Florida plus 140. The winner gets Clemson in the best-of-3 Super Regional. Florida State won the Tallahassee Regional, beating UCF 12-4. The Seminoles are 15-1 over the national title. They'll meet either Oklahoma or UConn in the next round. They'll play a regional final today in Norman. UConn the plus 190 underdog. Oklahoma the minus 250 moneyline favorite. Braves over the A's yesterday 3-1. It's a $2.58 home fade. OmahaSteaks.com promo code VSIN for big savings on Father's Day gift. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Duck Rooter is the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida, and we want to help you protect your septic system. Think about this. What would happen to your car if you never change the oil? Septic systems are no different and should be pumped at least every 3 years. Lack of maintenance is the #1 reason for septic system failure. Call Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services today to schedule your pumping.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots and the first treatment now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
What makes a Honda certified pre-owned vehicle so special? 182-point inspection, 24/7 roadside assistance, first-year free oil changes, and a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty for carefree driving backed by American Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer today.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation, light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to carlsondentalgroup.com. That's carlsondentalgroup.com for all of your dental needs.
Save money while beautifying your home with Renewal by Andersen. With energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Their exclusive Fibrex product is chic, tough, easy to maintain, and twice as strong as vinyl. Right now, buy one window or patio door and get one 40% off. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 1 year. But restrictions apply. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
Get closer to nature.
Trying to get close to these bucks out here.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Favor, and Captain Kirk Waltz. The Nimnicht Outdoor Show. Presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatsiers experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
I'm sure many of you guys feel like you wish you could be as fit as you were in your 20s. The dad bod is really tough to shed. I'm Dr. Lance Snyder, and I did something about it through Dr. Rappaport at the Jax Aesthetic Center. I'm active, I played college sports, and I still work out a few times a week. Nothing worked. As a doctor and a dad, I want to be around as long as possible and feel good about my body. Dr. Rappaport put together a personalized treatment plan that worked. It was easy for me to make appointments, get to those appointments, and get back to work in time. I also recommend the Imsella chair for any urinary issues or ED. Dr. Rappaport has state-of-the-art treatment options for men. And the M-Sculpt Neo is an abs blast. 20,000 crunches in 30 minutes. Give yourself your own gift this Father's Day at the Jax Aesthetic Center. Build muscle and lose fat. Call or text today, 904-808-2455. That's 904-808-2455. You won't be sorry.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. An ACL tear can be a devastating injury with prolonged pain and rehabilitation. Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari. I'm a sports medicine orthopedic surgeon who grew up right here in Jacksonville and then went on to train with the world-renowned Dr. James Andrews. At Barry Orthopedics, we use the most current techniques to get you back on the field with less pain and quicker rehabilitation. We treat all types of sports injuries with the newest techniques available. Please call us for consultation or visit barryorthopedics.com.
Find out more at barryorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
Brackish Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, is the smoothest local vodka you can find. Made right here in Jacksonville, Florida, 100% from corn, Brackish Vodka is the local gluten-free choice. Brackish Vodka, for those that live life slightly salty, a proud partner of the Jaguars. Brackish Vodka is now available at Hurricanes Grill and Wings in Bartram Park.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Well, last year when the Florida Gators made their run all the way to the College World Series, a big part of it was this guy, Hurston Waldrop, who was a terrific pitcher. He was taken by the Atlanta Braves in round 1 a year ago. And while the Braves search for a fourth or fifth arm on their rotation, Waldrop is shooting up the ranks in minor league baseball. In fact, he got called up to AAA where he made his first start yesterday. 6 innings, 11 strikeouts, 3 runs allowed, and they are sky high on Hurston Waldrop. And Gator fans got to be pretty sky high after staying alive all weekend at their NCAA regional, and they've led to a Game 7 championship game against Oklahoma State today. That'll go at 3 o'clock. 4 ACCs, 4 SECs already through, including Florida State to the Super Regionals. And Florida has a chance to join that list when they take on Oklahoma. They lost to Oklahoma State Friday night, and then they turned around, or Saturday night, then they turned around and beat them last night, and they'll play them a third time. Again, it is on their home field. See if Florida can't, I don't know, shock the world may be too strong, but, there's some thought that they were, one of the last couple or 3 teams in the field. So we shall see. All right. Gators made recruiting news this weekend. They got a 2025 quarterback who's in the top 10. Griffin, I think was his last name. But that's not the recruiting news that made waves this weekend.
Okay.
And I'm not for this at all, but I do find it at least a little bit entertaining. Today's Shazam Spotlight is brought to you by ShazamAuto.com and the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. Don't mess around, man. You want the best truck going, then you want one of those F-150s, and you're going to go to Murray there. You're going to get the best deal in town. Save on these big city prices, and make that short drive to either Kingsland or Stark, and you'll enjoy doing business with my friends at the Murray Ford Superstores. Remember this cat, Baby Gronk?
Yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah.
Baby Gronk's got a psycho dad who dresses Baby Gronk up and started Baby Gronk in a This is so on brand for a social media Baby Gronk. Who even knows it would be any good?
Right.
If you're going to forecast a 9-year-old, then here's some swampland. Give me $1 trillion.
Right.
And just the fact, some numbers that I throw into this Shazam Spotlight for a baby. If you miss Baby Gronk, he's like Louisiana, isn't he? And he's like one of those kids he looks like he's on steroids, by the way. Who knows what his daddy's doing to him growth hormone-wise. But, he's that kid's a little bigger and faster than the rest, and he took on this persona. And, dad has probably turned him into a sociopath at the end of the day by all this attention and stuff. Look at Baby Gronk. Look at him. Look at Baby Gronk. Picture Baby Gronk here on his Twitter because you see Baby Gronk.
He swagged out, though.
Yeah, has flipped to Florida. And you want to know how long it takes a Baby Gronk to change his mind? He committed to Georgia on Saturday. You want to go one step further? It's the 7th commitment for Baby Gronk.
Dang, Baby Gronk.
Yeah, Baby Gronk done committed to 7 different schools along the way. It just so happens that Florida will be the placeholder right now. Baby Gronk's actual name is Madden San Miguel. He's a viral sensation more commonly known as Baby Gronk. And apparently Baby Gronk is Latin for carousel because it's a carousel of commitments the last few weeks. He revealed his top 30 list in early May, and he's already committed to 7 of those schools. Apparently Baby Gronk doesn't quite understand you only play for one of them. But yeah, Baby Gronk at different stages has said that he's going to Ohio State, Michigan, Colorado, Nebraska, Tennessee, Georgia, and now the Gators.
He really got all them looking at him like that, though?
He's 11, bro.
Man.
E.T., Gritty could commit to the Gators tomorrow. It don't matter. Yeah, these kids commit. He's 11.
Yeah.
11. Baby Gronk. Now, his father, who is just a raging psychopath, Jake San Miguel, claims he actually has one real offer from Arizona.
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't graduate high school till 2031.
What is Arizona doing giving him an offer at
2031. What's his name? Lane Kiffin famously offered like a 7th grader one time.
I do remember that.
Do you remember who it was?
I do remember
Yeah, look that up. Oh, by the way, before we get to
Chris Leak had an offer in like the 8th grade.
Probably, yeah. From Florida, I think. Yeah, so anyway, and there's also there's also some percolating news out there with the Gators and like some flippage maybe going on, especially with some big offensive linemen. And I know Hick talked about that one day last week, but there's another kid, a Florida State lean, Zaire Addison. He spent the weekend with the Gators, so we shall see. One other thing before we go to a football fixie. We had talked about the caddies, and I told you, and you were, I think, at least a little bit surprised. I said, yeah, man, there have been caddies that have fired their guy in the middle of the round.
Yeah.
And so we have a list now of some of those that have actually happened, including Will Zalatoris apparently fired his best friend in the middle of round 2022.
In 2022, Will Zalatoris fired his best friend. Now, that's just crazy. I wonder if they're friends after that. What happens after that?
I'm sure the friend was probably just half filling in or something.
In 2017, Grayson Murray, he fired his caddy mid-round in 2017.
Okay, now we know he's got, demons, obviously. He's prone to that maybe erratic behavior, one way to describe it.
In 2015, Robert Allenby, he fired his caddy mid-round and had a fan carry his bag.
See, it's happened. Yeah.
And then another one here, Jessica Korda.
Okay.
She fired her caddy mid-round in 2013.
Yeah. Jessica Korda is she the one or is it Nelly? Nelly, I think, is the one that's winning all the. They played the Women's U.S. Open this weekend. If you'd like to know who won that, Google.
David Siles.
Okay.
Was a 13-year-old that Lane Kiffin offered.
That's it. And by the way, David Siles was I know Sills. I think it actually is. And he ultimately he got him as a quarterback. He ultimately didn't play quarterback. David Sills may be in the league. I think he got a cup of coffee with the Giant. He became a receiver though. He was a receiver for West Virginia. He ended up at West Virginia, and he was a receiver at West Virginia. He had a good one. I think he was drafted. I don't know if he stuck around. The answer may quite honestly be no. So I'm not positive on that. But David Sills, yeah, that's the name. I do remember that. All right, Casey at the bat, back in studio. Fire up the band. We got a football fix. Let me give you some of the news and notes from the National Football League. Brought to you by the Jacksonville Sharks. We'll talk to head coach Jason Gibson a little bit later this morning. Sharks took it on the chin this weekend at home against the Arizona Rattlers. And then it's also brought to you by my friends at the home course at Deercreek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly. You will not believe how improved that golf course is the next time you head out there. Man, I think sports more than any other occupation, more than any other, you're guilty till proven innocent.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm not – I have no value judgment here in Brandon McManus. I don't know what he did on that plane. I don't know what it qualifies as. I don't know the people involved. I don't know McManus personally. But I do know it seems like an accusation in some cases is enough.
Yep.
Now, he couldn't have picked a worse team to be on to try and ride out either a terrible law-breaking incident or bad pub, whichever it is. And, again, I don't know. I'm not – in the business of trying to get to the bottom of it. But you saw the story, allegedly was inappropriate on one of the team flights. Well, the Commanders cut him. Yeah, they signed him this offseason, and they just the implication, just the accusation.
Yeah, they don't want that around there.
Now, again, you're a veteran kicker. They're a dime a dozen, and you play for a team that can ill afford, that kind of, you know who, by the way, you know Washington's offensive coordinator? Kingsbury.
Oh,
Cliff
old
Kingsbury.
Arizona guy.
Yeah, and you know who's their quarterback? Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
So yeah, you know you want to. Kingsbury first of all ran that run. Did Kingsbury have
Kyler, right?
He had Kyler in Arizona. He didn't have Mahomes, did he? Who was Mahomes' coach? Did Kingsbury have Mahomes? No, right? Kingsbury did at Texas A&M? Talking to the sleepy-eyed Dan Hicken. I'm asking him a question as he walks in. Turn to the mogul, guru. You can be the guru now. So anyway, I just throw that in as an aside. But, yeah, McManus cut after the assault allegation against him. And, again, if there's any business in the world that you couldn't work for and have that crop up, it would be the Washington Commanders, who have just, been an abject disaster when it comes to those sort of things. NFL tampering rulings likely coming this week. NFL, make up your mind, man. Y'all are silly. Why does tampering even matter anymore, by the way? How about as soon as the season ends, you start talking to people? At the end of the day, does the NFL not understand the only tamper that works is the money?
Yep.
You can tamper all you want. If they look at the did the Jags tamper with Calvin Ridley? They've been talking to him all year long before he ever became free, before anything happened. They thought they had him. Tampering didn't work so good when the Titans rolled in with $92 million.
Cash, homie.
Right? You want to tamper with somebody? Write him a bigger check, man. That often likely will do it. We got Fred Taylor coming up today as well. The Hicken Arrival comes your way next. We are live at the Dailies Walk-Off Charity Classic. We're at Deercreek. Third straight year they've sold this thing out, and lots of good auction items, by the way. You can go to walkoffcharities.com. We're back with more next on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Your home value is way up, and you can use that money right now. Pay off credit cards, remodel your house, both, whatever you want. Prosser here for Loan Pronto. Loan Pronto can convert that home equity into cash in as little as 2 weeks with no cost to you and zero hassle. Mike and Joan in Ponte Vedra called Loan Pronto. They did a Loan Pronto zero-cost cash-out refi. They got a check for $100,000, used $50 to pay off all their credit cards and a car loan, and used the other $50 to upgrade their master bath and kitchen. They locked in new APR in the 2s and lowered their total monthly bills by hundreds of dollars. Hello? What are you waiting on? Call Loan Pronto now. Convert your home value into cash and put that money to good use. Do it now, and you can even skip your next 2 house payments. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. That's 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval. Not all loans apply.
At the end of the day, matriculate your way home with the Frangie Show.
What does that mean? It means buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy.
This isn't Kansas.
The great Oz has spoken.
Afternoons on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
June is Men's Health Month. I'm going to Ackerman Cancer Center this week for a total body MRI scan. Since the scan covers the bladder, kidneys, and prostate, the most common cancer areas for men. Be proactive with your health this month. Call Ackerman Cancer Center and learn more about total body MRI.
I have done in my career literally thousands of joint replacements.
Meet Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, National Medical Director at QC Kinetics, an acclaimed orthopedic surgeon who now advises patients try all they can do to avoid the knife and consider regenerative medicine.
I myself was able to continue skiing for 10 years after my knees started to be a problem because I accessed regenerative medicine.
Now, after 20 years of study, research, teaching, publications, and clinical experience, Dr. Scheinkup is regarded as one of America's true pioneers.
This is the future of medicine.
Dr. Scheinkup came to QC Kinetics after seeing what they were doing around the country, helping tens of thousands of patients get lasting relief from joint pain with no surgery and no drugs.
QC is so far ahead of the game in its science, its protocols, its people, its facilities.
Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Pride!
Boss, I'm thinking about changing my name.
Again? You're already the media mogul, the straw that stirs the drink, the Duke of Pablo Bay. Now what?
Refer to me as Dreamfinder's Danny Hicken.
What in the blazes? Is this a cash grab?
No, it's just that I believe so much in Dreamfinder's homes. 20 locations in Northeast Florida, official home builder of Jags and Gators. Great opportunity for first-time homeowners.
All right. Dreamfinder's Danny it is.
Did I mention the lowest interest rates you can find? Visit DreamfindersHomes.com. Now let Dreamfinder's Danny celebrate through the majesty of song. Dreamfinders, I believe they will build your home just right.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Exciting news from All Pro Roofing. Effective right now, you can get an instant roof quote. Just click the Instant Roof Quote tab on their website. Whether you're in need of roofing, exterior siding, or windows, All Pro Roofing is your local partner for quality craftsmanship. Click the Instant Roof tab and voila! Get an instant quote. It's that simple. Click on the Instant Roof Quote tab today at allproroofingllc.com.
License number CCC 1327056.
CDC 060138.
If you owe the IRS and can't pay, now is the time to call J. David Tax Law. The IRS has resumed their aggressive collections. Don't wait. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Jacksonville, or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Jaguars are looking to regroup at the wide receiver position, and area offensive coordinator Press Taylor addressed during OTAs.
We're certainly pleased with where these guys are. It's obviously tough. Gabe's coming off an injury, new to the system. You get Brian inserted at the end of phase 2, trying to get into a system, so they're still probably early on through their understanding the installs and things like that.
Jaguar rookie wide receiver David White Jr., an undrafted free agent signee by the club in May, shared via social media Sunday that he recently suffered a torn ACL in an undisclosed setting. Brandon McManus is done in Washington. The former Jag is now a former commander. The team out of the nation's capital released the kicker on Sunday after he was accused of sexual assault in a lawsuit filed last month. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 72 degrees, it's 7:08. Time and temperature are brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it!
Oh, there it happened. That's it.
Yes, sir! Wake up, Deercreek!
Yeah, right across the street here. They're peeking over through the curtains over there, man. I just saw one of those moves. Now we see the curtain go about 6 inches one to the other. What just happened there? He's trying to scream away his sadness, I think.
Oh, gosh. What a bummer. They were better. I don't know what to say. They were better than us. I just didn't. I thought it was. We lost 4 games in a row one time this year. We never lost 3 games in a row. It was back in January. man, we were really good, but they were a little bit better. And there's no shame in being one of the 4, but I just thought the puck was going to bounce our way, and it didn't. If one puck here, one puck there, but they did outplay us. I mean, we were better the last 2, but man, they got it done. They got it done, and they'll be the favorite. They're the favorites against Edmonton. I'm rooting for 100% my guy Justin Moore and his Edmonton Oilers. Shout out to Justin, who's went to Game 5. He did it the right way. He saw him win in Dallas, and
they finished them off last night.
They finished them off last night, man. It was 2-1. It was dicey the last 10 minutes, man. It's playoff hockey at its finest. But when you win, it's the greatest, and when you lose,
I think
it
might
stinks.
be the 5th straight year that a Florida team is in the Stanley Cup final.
Well, here's the bigger story. Canada. They haven't won a cup since '93, I think.
For Edmonton gives them that chance.
So the whole country will be rooting. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I checked 3,000 miles between Edmonton and Miami.
I was going to ask you, has there been a bigger geographical distance in a pro matchup?
Probably not.
In the playoffs. I mean, in some regular seasons, and maybe.
That's a long way.
Because I think in the NFL or all the other major sports, isn't it Seattle, Miami?
Yeah.
Right? And didn't we determine that the longest trip you can make, or it might be Boston, LA? I don't know. Well, it's one of those two.
I looked it up, and
3,000 miles.
I had no idea where Edmonton is, honestly.
Is that a 10-hour flight, by the way? How fast do planes go?
Alberta. They go like 600 miles.
Okay, so it's a 5-hour flight, though.
Yeah. Well, they got to get up to speed, and they circle, so it's probably a little longer than that. But it's a good way. It's a good ways, and if I don't know the format.
Who has home ice in that?
Miami does. Florida. I don't care. I'm not going to watch.
You won't watch? I don't blame
I'm just rooting for Edmonton.
I may watch a little bit. Only because, now, will this start before the NBA Finals? It didn't bother me because it had just ended when you said, why is there a week? I didn't really care because I just watched the game the night before. But now that I'm sitting here and there's no basketball for the rest of the week, it does seem like you're a missed opportunity.
Well, the good news for me is, I enjoyed watching the Gators yesterday. I got a lot of the college baseball was March Madness-esque this weekend.
Yeah.
Friday we had 6 walk-offs. Never happened. Last year we had 2 the whole tournament. Mm-hmm. 6 walk-offs on a Friday night. The baseball's more competitive than ever, so that's been kind of fun. Hello. So that's been kind of cool, and I'll give the tip of the cap to the Gators, man. They
I was wrong.
Played better than I thought. They found
the ones
something.
that said they're a dangerous team were right.
Yeah,
and I could have been fandom that was saying that. It sure didn't seem like they would be. And by the way, if they lose today, it won't feel very fulfilling. No. But they still, I think, answered why they're in the tournament.
Yeah, they won 3
They should have been in. Yeah,
they won 3 games. Brandon Neely pitched beautifully last night. He went 5 2/3, gave up 1 hit, and struck out 11 in relief, and that won them the game. So they outslugged Nebraska, which I thought they were going to have to do. I was surprised they beat Nebraska, quite frankly. I really was.
Yeah, I was too.
And
the first game, game 1.
Yeah. So watched a lot of the Gators yesterday. Got to watch the softball team. Kudos to those guys. They beat Bama. Anytime you beat the Bammers, it's good.
That one I will guarantee. That's Oklahoma, Texas. Go ahead and pencil that one in and give credit to the other 2 for being second, third, and fourth.
Yeah, because my Saturday included a 4:00 Mets loss. Florida softball giving up 5 in the first. Florida baseball watching Cags give up, I think, 4 home runs in the first 2 innings. And then the Rangers losing. I mean, it couldn't be any worse. That was awful.
I saw the Mets. They've blown 6 ninth-inning leagues this month.
Did one again yesterday.
Yeah.
I sat there and watched.
I'm not saying that to pile on.
No,
it's just a surprising number. That's a lot.
They're dead to me. They stink, but they. But I still watch them, and it's just brutal. And I got my Mets trip coming up, so I think we're going to set the record because this is how we do it. I think we will set the record for the least amount of innings watched live in person. When we go on
so you're going to go to these cities and go for like 4 innings and leave?
Yeah, we'll go find something else to do.
We're
out of here.
I don't.
It's 5-0. Let's go. Oh, you don't believe me?
No, because you may walk around and not pay attention, but you're not literally going to leave 5-6 innings in. Why would you do that?
Guaranteed.
For real? What cities are you in again?
We're going to Texas and Chicago.
Dallas and Chicago.
Are you going to jump on a plane and
maybe
go
you
see
leave
him
and go out into Wrigleyville, but if you leave Dallas just to go walking around the Chick-fil-A, shame on you.
I wonder if the Mavs are home that week when we're in Dallas.
Oh, when are you leaving? 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Yeah, me us again.
Yeah.
Dang.
You going to London this week?
Not going to London.
No?
Murph's going
Okay.
to London. So
Okay.
shout out to Murph. He's on his way to London. He's
Yeah,
going to go.
that's true.
He's going to go.
Saw Murph at ET's event on Friday.
Yeah.
That thing went fantastic, by the way. Congrats.
Yeah,
Appreciate
super
it,
job, E.
And we're at the Dailies Walk-Off Charities Classic today.
Yeah.
Drum up some support. By the way, you can go to walkoffcharities.com. They have some super raffle or auction items.
Yes, I
Did
do.
you see that murderer's row of signed jerseys?
I did.
Mahomes, Allen, Tebow, Baselli, Taylor, Ojo.
Mojo, Garrard, Burnell.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite item is in the whole thing?
What's that?
I got a Joe Namath autographed picture. No, that's locked. Leave it alone. I don't want anyone bidding on it. I took care of that, and so I want him to stay away. Let's lock that one up right now.
Part of the auctioning
I'll
when you
hand
go
the
on, by the way.
cash.
Part of the auctioning when you go to walkoffcharities.com, you can bid to play golf with about 5 or 6 of us, right?
Well,
what is it?
We've been listen. They got Coughlin, Bortles,
They don't need us anymore.
Garrard.
Yeah, we're
They're
old news.
good. Yeah,
We're old
They're
news.
good. Trust me.
My people last year wanted to play with me so bad, we're still trying to put it together. Who is?
Who?
Yeah, I don't care about all that.
That's
I can't do that.
good.
Yeah, that's good for her.
She
Yeah.
needs that.
Yeah.
She's a mogul.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. I got enough competition in my life. I can't generate something here. I just can't do it. But anyway, go to walkoffcharities.com. There's plenty of good stuff there that you can contribute and be a part of this charity that's really taking hold in Jacksonville. It's giving a lot of kids chances to play
Yeah,
baseball,
it's
for sure.
terrific.
Yeah.
But they do. I mean, if you listen, I'm not going to let. I should let the cat out of the bag like you let the cat out of the bag on us all the time. If you want to have a charity tournament, you go get Kathy to help.
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Yeah, there she is. We'll go ahead. Dan
There's
will tweet
nobody-
out the contact number.
There's nobody better in this country.
Hey, Miss Kathy.
Yeah, and it's yeah, and the headache we are trying to manage all this, get us to do anything you want us to do.
And she's the best.
The best.
Yeah, I'm just and look at the items.
I know.
You mentioned them.
I don't know what to tell you.
And there's, I'll tell you this. There's some bargains in there, man.
Yeah.
Sports memorabilia.
Yeah, for
there's-
sure.
They got foursomes of golf. They got all kinds.
Yeah,
of
all
stuff.
kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, they'll rake it in.
Come play with me at Stillwater.
There you go.
That's worth thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, if I were out there right now, I would say to play
Oh, my
golf
God.
with Prosser, the best golfer in the whole group.
Is you?
I would think. I would hope.
Man, by the way,
the
the one thing,
26
the one thing about your golf tournament, man.
Yeah, somebody cheated.
That there's no
Somebody cheated.
You can't shoot
like
40.
it's
you
it's
can't
mathematically
shoot
impossible. In
45.
fact, I want those dudes' name. We're going to call them out at 8:30. I'm not
What
kidding.
yeah.
We played a charity tournament on
Fridays.
E's event Friday. Okay, now everyone out here, listen to what I'm about to tell you.
Yeah, boys will know.
Okay, no shots. So there's no handicaps. You have mulligans,
Yeah.
but that's you have a limited number of those, and that's all you can do. So there's no getting to a number then subtracting 6 or 8 shots.
All right.
And a lot of the people that played along and helped, contribute and support, maybe they're not golfers themselves, and they don't realize that sage, wise, experienced men like Dan and
'Cause I
myself.
did it, 'cause I
Because
sure
here's
did
the deal: these dudes shot a number at a charity golf tournament that would mean that they eagled all 4 par 5s
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
eagled 4 par 4s.
2s on 4s.
Yeah.
That's holing out.
right, with no strokes. So there's no 3 for 2.
Dang.
That means that these cheaters claim to have driven 4 par 4s and made the putt every time.
Or hold out from the fairway.
At 4 times. It's impossible. I would not have. I don't know what your first prize was. I'd take it back.
Yes, you do. It was a little cup. That was the beauty of it.
Oh, that's the beauty.
That's the beauty.
good.
They got-
That's nice.
they found-
I hope it was worth it. You sold your soul for a 12-ounce victory cup.
And one of them was saucy. I'm like, wait, you hit what?
Saucy like hammered?
Oh,
Man, you
They,
saw
well,
that
obviously
picture.
it applied
You
to
seen
their
that
mat.
picture
Maybe
on
they didn't
Twitter?
carry the 1. Maybe they shot 56. That would make sense.
Yeah, you
He
saw
had
that
better-
picture on Twitter, and he was he was gone. He was
These
gone.
guys are taking
He
a
had
beat.
some really nice gifts for the closest.
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
pin.
lots
He
of good
had
stuff.
you know,
But if you won, too
but
bad. That's
yeah.
the way you should do it, by the way. Teach those boys a lesson. Beautiful.
That was so funny, but that was good. That was a good time and all.
The best scene that I saw all weekend.
Oh, my God.
Is the golf and the caddy.
No.
For me, it is.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
The best scene that you saw, because you saw it, was E flying from the golf cart.
Oh no,
midair.
I'm talking about.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Oh, you saw
Yeah,
it?
he was
Oh,
saucy too. We've
man.
already had this conversation. We got to check for concussion. Put him in the concussion protocol.
He was on the back of a cart handing
No,
out.
he was in the seat.
Oh, he's in the seat.
Yeah.
Handing out sandwiches.
I was
Chick-fil-A
passing out
sandwiches.
chicken sandwiches.
And so he's flying. His buddy's flying.
Yeah,
Josh.
man.
And E goes, and Pross, we're standing on
I
the
happened to
seat.
watch the whole thing.
Pross goes, oh, my God. Oh, my God. And I'm like, what? He's like, oh, my God. He's down. And I look out, and he's flat on his back, and he ain't moving.
And by the way,
his partner's gone.
Didn't know they had music blaring in the back.
He's gone.
He said he keeps it on decibel 12. I can't hear. He goes all the way around the corner to the
He's
next
gone.
tee.
He's gone.
Meanwhile, we
He's
got
still
EMTs holding up for.
Dude, I honestly thought he would.
I thought he
took him
might be
a minute,
concussed.
and then he slowly
Sat
got
up.
like,
yeah. I
like,
thought he was
I'm
being
hurt.
kind of Paul Pierce-ish myself.
Were you hurt on Saturday?
No,
you weren't hurt.
No.
You're broken as a man, so
I
I
am.
don't. So I'm not surprised.
I knew I was going down like Frazier, so I jumped. Because if I would have just fell, it would have been worse.
Yeah.
So I, you know what I'm saying? I knew
Neither
I
is
was
good, but perhaps worse. You're right.
Oh, that was the best thing.
No, the best thing I was going to say came from the world of golf and not from E going 40 feet out of the cart. I mean, he flew out like a rat. It was like they were going down and somebody threw a candy wrapper out the window on the interstate. Just flapping anywhere. No, dude. Two things here. All right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One, sports are so great, man.
No, they're not.
They give you so many stuff you just can't get from the World Economic Forum, that you can't get if you go to the Broadcasters Convention, that you can't. It's just, and this Robert McIntyre playing his 46th PGA Tour event, having never won on tour before, forced to put his dad on the bag.
He fired 4 caddies.
He
Is that what I read?
No, did he fire his caddy recently? Is that what happened?
thought
I don't
he-
know why his caddy wasn't on him here, but he's been battling like some, he got homesick. He had to go home to Europe for a couple of weeks. So he puts his dad on the bag. The only time he's ever caddied for him, to my knowledge, and he ends up winning the first time on tour. But that's not the story. The story is, dude, bro, did you happen to see the interview on the green between Amanda McElroy and Balionis and the McIntyres?
Stop.
Did you see that?
Stop.
So
No.
she's doing the interviews. She interviews the old man. Casey, you still got that?
Yeah.
Okay. This was live on CBS Sports right after the emotional win. Tell me what this dude just said, Hick.
I'm a grass cutter. No, a caddy. Sorry. Oh, a canny. Yeah, honestly, it's unbelievable. I got phoned last Saturday night. He phoned me. I'm sitting on the couch at home, 8 o'clock Saturday night.
There you go. Okay, that's enough.
And I'm like,
My point was, bro, you got to put some subtitles on that. He may have been speaking Korean. I couldn't understand. And it's worse. I can understand him better just listening. When you're watching his mouth move and he's saying it.
Well, it's interesting that you thought that was the best thing, because our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day, brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes, the official builder of the PGA Tour, the Gators, the Jags. Best sports moment of the weekend. I gave you 4, and I didn't include Bobby.
Well,
McIntyre.
you didn't see it. You'd have to see that one.
Yeah.
It wasn't McIntyre
And-
winning. That wasn't that great a story. It was the fact that his old man is on the bag, and now he gets on a plane and goes home.
And there were, and the boys have let me know about a bunch of it. There's every weekend now. They always say it's such a slow time of the year, and then there's like
No,
12
it's fun.
unbelievable sporting
Well,
events.
if you love sports like we do, Hick.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
You
a lot of
find
folks.
stuff.
Right. There's
Yeah.
a lot of folks. Like I watched sports all day yesterday,
But you
and there would be people say there was nothing on.
Yeah, but you have the NHL playoffs. So
Okay, yeah.
People love those.
Did you? By the way, was it Draisaitl that had the play in front of the net, or was it the other one?
McDavid.
Golly, dude.
Well, he's
He put that thing on.
unbelievable.
I had never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Put on the string.
You have
He was in tight quarters.
the way he moved the puck
In tight quarters. There's like 5 people around. He's right in front of the net. He was
Yeah.
just like a magician.
Goal of the play. You got to watch it in slow motion.
It was
to
it,
really
it
appreciate
was the
what
goal
he
of the
did.
playoffs, right? Yeah, that's the thing. It was unbelievable.
I put this in for my soccer friends. Real Madrid won the Champions something or other.
That's just so expected, Hick.
Yeah, they're like I guess when it comes to that title, they're like
Yeah.
the Yankees.
There's like 16 of them now, I think,
Yeah.
maybe. And by the way, that team that they beat spent this year on like a 50-game win streak, or match win streak, I guess, in soccer.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got Caitlin Clark's WNBA moments.
Oh,
that's something. There's something there going on.
If
that's-
I were the WNBA commissioner, I would probably kick Kennedy Carter out of the league.
Is that her name? I don't think that's her name.
What, isn't it? Yeah, Kennedy.
Is it?
C-H. It's
Okay.
Kennedy.
Yeah,
That's how
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. No, but yeah, after after the Bizzle truck, I just say, nah, we don't need you.
I think I read that
She Bizzle trucked her, Dan. She called
did.
her a Bizzle and trucked her for no reason.
I think she was the 4th overall pick of the Atlanta franchise.
Who
And
was?
This girl.
Kennedy?
and they cut her because she was not a good person.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, there's no call for that. It gets to the point where you do feel for Caitlin Clark, who has done nothing to self-aggrandize.
Yeah, and then I got the walk-offs in the regionals. So,
I saw a bunch of. I can't keep. I will say this, Hick.
But Ryan Larson ran out of gas on the last lap.
What?
Lost a race last night.
And the dude who won hadn't won.
Cindric.
Yeah, he's one of those no-names that won Daytona a few years ago.
Yeah.
And he hasn't won since.
Yeah.
And then he won this weekend.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how your NASCAR fans show up.
Well, they're not on the list, so they.
Oh, you didn't make the
they
list.
responded, but the NHL playoffs actually lead walk-off and regionals by 1%.
Here's the deal with
300 plus votes at Dan Hicken on social media.
I would say this.
Yeah.
For a guy who's watched as much sports as I have, who's as interested in sports as much as I am, who is at least casually interested in college baseball, following that damn baseball regional is the hardest thing in the world.
Yeah.
To keep up.
Oh, God,
Who's beat who? Who plays when?
Yeah.
God forbid you throw a rain delay or an extra innings game in, and you're on this network, and then you're on another one. And because it's all happening, you can't even, if you hit search for your team, it takes you to the wrong spot. I mean, it takes some dedication to watch that Gator game yesterday.
Well,
You got to be.
The first one was easy.
Yeah, because they put it on
was
SEC
on
and it ran the whole way, right.
But, yeah, you got to flip
But just
around.
even keeping up, you get to the end of a Sunday and you see a score, and I don't know what that means. Are
By
they
the way,
out? Are they in?
As we head to break, I'll tell you this, in fairness, I have to mention FSU because, they're doing it.
It's been a great year.
And they're doing it with Jacksonville kids.
Yeah.
Rhodes is from Bartram Trail. He made a play at shortstop last night. He went deep in the hole. And this Max Williams kid is hitting. He hit a home run again yesterday. He started at Ridgeview, went to Clay.
Yeah.
Shout out Clay High.
Shout out.
Last good one to come from Clay.
Relax, man.
He can actually still run a 40.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm under doctor's orders.
All right.
So FSU won their regional, so they're all right.
Yeah. They went to
And
right
by the
through.
way, if UConn upsets Oklahoma again today, then they'd play UConn. And FSU has a real good shot.
Who was Florida's potential
Clemson,
opponent?
I believe.
At Clemson, obviously.
Yeah. So
Clemson's just okay this year, aren't they? They're not.
They did the hidden ball trick yesterday.
I saw that.
Was
Oh,
pretty
yeah?
good. Yeah.
You almost should be a time limit on that.
People could still do that?
Yeah.
I mean, almost got to pull that off within 30 seconds. That thing got drawn out a little bit much, you know. But
It's good
still.
stuff, though.
And by the way, that's never on the player. That's always on the third base coach.
100%.
I mean, this
Stay
kid's
on the
running
bag.
the bases.
Stay on the bag.
Correct.
Stay on the bag.
And again, it's easy
Pitcher's
to.
not on the mound.
Yeah.
So that's your hit. Pitcher can't go on the mound.
Okay.
So he has to stay off the mound. And I can fake it. They're looking over and he's walking around, and so the kid at third.
Are those bloodies right there? Is that what I'm looking
That's
at?
what it looked like to me.
Are those Bloody Marys right there? Is that what I'm looking at?
I thought we did the bloodies on Friday.
I thought you're right.
Let me go get a quote Virgin Bloody Mary here.
What's the term from the thing, Dano? Hair on the dog.
Yeah,
Hair on the dog.
Hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog.
Yeah, keep
That's
it
the one
going.
we missed in trivia.
Yeah.
Hair of the dog.
Oh, y'all missed that one?
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
How?
I've never heard that.
You've not heard that either?
No.
For real?
For real.
That is so weird.
Never.
Yeah, that seems like, bird and hands weren't two in the bush. It's like that. Yeah. Huh.
Not here.
Are we going to come back on the other side, right? We're going to stay here throughout the completion of our program today at about 9:50?
Yes or no?
The Godfather's walked in, by the way. Frangio.
Yeah, we'll get him on here at some point.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do it when we come back.
Maybe.
Or maybe 10-minute drill and then Frange?
Yeah, we got
Let's do
10-minute drill
that.
next.
Cool.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Yeah. E to the T here, and the NBA playoffs are heating up, and it's the perfect time to elevate your game with MyBookie. With MyBookie, you can bet from anywhere, anytime, so you'll never miss a shot to cash in or cash out. What MyBookie has to offer? Let me tell you. Early cash outs, daily odds boosts, quick bet settlements, live game lines, and some. All you have to do is head over to MyBookie and use promo code 1010XL. That's right. Use promo code 1010XL to get you that special bonus deposit. I'm telling you, MyBookie trying to hook you up. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Nothing has a 10-year warranty except for a new AC unit from Vons. V-O-N-S. Vons Amazing 10. This is legit. A full 10-year warranty. It covers parts, labor, and refrigerant. That's an unmatched commitment they make to their customers, while others will charge extra for weekend and same-day emergencies. Not at Vons. No extra charges. Just great service when you need it, whether your unit needs to be repaired or replaced. Remember, if your AC won't turn on, just call Vons.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Listen, gang, when it comes to insurance, we tend to all think the same way, right? We pay a lot of money monthly, and then if something happens to us and we need our insurance people, they need to be there. That's what the Kaproskis do. Craig and Chris have teamed up to take care of all of our insurance needs. And when I say take care of it, I mean it. The customer service is something that the Kaproskis don't take lightly. You call them, they call you right back. I've seen it happen time and time again. How do I know? Because they help me, they help my family. So if it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, small business, the Kaproskis will always be there for you at your time of need. Get an insurance checkup. Easy to get a hold of Craig.Kaproski at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaproski, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at goosehead.com, or call them 478-8422, 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaproski are part of the Goosehead Insurance family and part of our family, too.
The Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute is now offering online scheduling for new patient appointments for all of their physicians. Simply schedule your appointment on your cell phone, tablet, or desktop. JOI is the first orthopedic practice in North Florida to offer this feature to patients. To schedule your appointment online, visit joi.net and click on the button at the top of the page. If you'll be using insurance, be sure and have your information handy. JOI, where the pros go.
I'm sure many of you guys feel like you wish you could be as fit as you were in your 20s. The dad bod is really tough to shed. I'm Dr. Lance Snyder, and I did something about it through Dr. Rappaport at the Jax Aesthetic Center. I'm active, I played college sports, and I still work out a few times a week. Nothing worked. As a doctor and a dad, I want to be around as long as possible and feel good about my body. Dr. Rappaport put together a personalized treatment plan that worked. It was easy for me to make appointments, get to those appointments, and get back to work in time. I also recommend the Imsella chair for any urinary issues or ED. Dr. Rappaport has state-of-the-art treatment options for men. And the M-Sculpt Neo is an abs blast. 20,000 crunches in 30 minutes. Give yourself your own gift this Father's Day at the Jax Aesthetic Center. Build muscle and lose fat. Call or text today, 904-808-2455. That's 904-808-2455. You won't be sorry.
Now those sound like some well-oiled machines. If you're a business owner that uses tons of fuel, you need B&B. If you're in charge of a job site that uses tons of fuel, once again, you need B&B. B&B Oil and Fuel has the fuel you need and will deliver straight to your site or office. Top-notch products and service delivered with B&B Oil and Fuel. Job sites, boats, generators, nothing but the best fuel with B&B Oil and Fuel. Online at bb-oil.com. Only the best with B&B Oil and Fuel.
If you wear contact lenses and you're between the ages of 18 and 69, the Vision Research Center is looking for participants in clinical research studies. If eligible, you'll be compensated up to $50 per hour. I've done these contact lens studies for years. The VRC staff is wonderful and they work with my busy schedule. See if you qualify. Visit their website, 188visionok.com. 188visionok.com.
Reaching the beaches. 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing, because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit it.
All right, we got some sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a
prize pack. E's here, so I don't think he knows what the razzle-dazzle is. I'm going to guess that Casey may. Casey, do you know what we're handing out at the end of this drill?
Oh, yeah. E sent me some razzle-dazzle and said, give away a family 4-pack to Stateside Cub. You can, you can see the Wolves versus West Ham on Saturday, July 27th.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a
what color
good
you want?
soccer.
Those are, English Premier League teams.
Yeah, it's a good soccer match coming up here in Jacksonville, FLA, as we kick it around here and talk some sports and look at things. And the Jaguars are back on the field, another week of OTAs. Again, we told you last week, and the NFL is pushing towards moving kind of the OTAs to the middle of July.
Just making it a
longer training camp and saying goodbye to this stuff that we have during June, which is fine. Either way, it doesn't really much matter to me. And then they could amp it up into training camp. The news overnight is Brandon McManus getting his walking papers from Washington, which, his lawyer immediately came out again and said he's, will be proven vindicated, but the Commanders didn't want to deal with him, which tells me if they did some research that maybe there's something there. I don't know.
If that were any other franchise, I might agree with you, but I don't trust the Commanders' judgment when it comes to anything. I can see them reacting when they shouldn't and then not reacting when they should.
Or you could say the Commanders have turned a new leaf with a new owner and they don't want to touch anything that may have any kind of stench
or they're
on it.
so weak-willed and spineless that they just go ahead and do it without even doing any discovery. That's what I think happened. We can't have this guy. He's blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I will say this, and they make a lot of money, and I don't know the situation with McManus. I'm not coming to his defense by any stretch.
Yeah.
But sports is the only business in the world where you are fired guilty until proven innocent. They do it all the time. They cut guys. They let them go. They suspend them. Guilty. It's worse or more important to society if an athlete does something wrong than if a guy who works over here at the office park or at the machine shop or anywhere
Well, it goes
else.
both ways, I guess, in certain ways with sports. So.
That's true, too.
But, yeah, I'm not a big fan of his anyway. I've already heard some things, and I don't.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know what happened. If he was inappropriate on that plane, then that's fine. I don't. And I guess just things have changed. I don't know. It just feels like back in the day when something happened, you went and you turned it in, and it got like then. It's always weird to me when it's 5-6 months later.
Yeah.
What do you get? Like, what does it take to discover that something's happened? Why? I mean,
yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Commanders certainly the last organization in the world that you can carry that baggage in with because they have dealt with it, because of their incompetence, really.
Yeah.
In fairness.
So anyway, he's gone, and I assume if he proves himself innocent, he'll be.
The next Jaguar, shoe to drop is going to be Trevor and his contract, and it's pretty obvious that it's percolating, right? Like everywhere around the league is weighing in on what it'll be, and if the Jags would be very well served, in my opinion, to pay him before the Dolphins pay to him, before the Cowboys pay Dak. I don't want the reference point. Give me my reference of Goff and Burrow. Sign this guy for as long as he will sign.
Okay. Well,
if it were me.
Yeah.
Is there any reason you wouldn't sign him to 7 years? If you could?
He won't sign for 7
No, I know he won't, but I'm saying if you could. I mean, Mahomes signed for 10.
Yeah, I don't think he's up for that.
No, my point is, if Mahomes signed for 10, why would Trevor not? Because of the organization stability? Or
why wouldn't Trevor?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because he knows in 4 years
Yeah,
he'll
he
get
can
more.
re-up.
Well, hopefully.
Hopefully. But he'd have to pay up to that, and that would be a good problem.
Yeah, well, and you want that guy to do that too, so that's fine too.
Yeah.
But the next contract's going to be $100 million, Dan.
Yep.
A year.
I don't know about that, but it's heading that way.
Yeah.
It's heading that way. They're making a lot. It's the golden goose, and they're slowly killing it, and they charge it, and it'll trickle down. And I saw an interesting thing. Shipley had an interesting thing about the timeline. Ship about the stadium, and he had said that I didn't know this. So we get the deal in front of City Council in June. They okay it, right? Goes to the owners in October. That's a formality because the Jags obviously wouldn't do all this if they didn't think it was going to pass. Shot says pass it. The owners pass it. And then 1 year we play in front of 60,000.
Mm-hmm.
The next year we
40.
play in front of 40.
And then we go
we
away.
play a different place, and then we open in
28,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 28. So
Listen,
and 60,000, by the way, is almost a full
well,
house.
and we quietly, Dan.
But I didn't know it was 2 years. Was my point.
Quietly, they did what we asked them to do. They listened. We don't want 2 years away.
Right.
We're good.
No, I'm glad.
So I'll give sometimes we'll complain and when they do things that you don't do things you want them to do. But this is one of those sometimes when you do what people are saying, then you just kind of quietly don't get any credit for it.
I think it's great. I'm glad they did those. That's a result of, and it's good that they got something. I will say this about the Jags, and again. Kudos to Lamping. Very transparent throughout the process, and he went and did all these, community involvements where he listened
Which, by
to
the way,
people.
are no fun.
Oh, no.
Well, again, you give people typically people that show up to those things ain't got nothing better to do.
Well, I thought it was a great thing, and he heard the people, and the people listen. Sports fans are a little bit different, though. They want to go to that because they want to say, hey, here's my idea, here's what I think, and so anyway. Good thing.
That's what Twitter's for, Dan.
And they'll hopefully they'll just hopefully this all gets done here. It looks good on both sides.
I can see no way this thing gets derailed. Really, there's no. I mean, it's going through. It's sailing through. I mean, there's no big pushback.
No,
I mean, there's some pushback. There's nothing. It's why? Because when you have like the most popular business in America wanting to operate in your town, then you say. Heck yeah, what does it take?
Yeah, I haven't heard of any.
Maybe like a city saying, nah, I don't want McDonald's. Yeah, keep them all. Keep your 71 McDonald's. We don't want them.
Right.
Yeah. Or whatever it is. I mean, that's not near as fun and as impactful as the NFL, but just as an example. Right.
So.
Why was Hurston Waldrop not drafted until 17th?
Well, you never. I mean, those things are usually like.
Yeah, but he threw 100, he threw high 90s. He had the great breaking stuff. It's just he played on was the ace on a really good team. And I'm not saying that he's going to be a superstar. I'm just saying that it would frustrate me if I were a fan of a team that's not as good as the Braves and they get him there. And look, there's a long way to go, but this dude's going to be making starts this year.
Oh yeah.
And now part of it is because every fifth starter they use is either not quite good enough or gets injured, but Waldrop got called up to AAA, made his first AAA start yesterday. The former Gator, who was, led him through the World Series last year. 6 innings, 11 strikeouts, 3 runs. First AAA, and by the way, they played the Orioles AAA, which is the best minor league team in baseball. They say.
Yeah. Listen, you can shove AAA where the sun don't shine. I got Mr. AAA.
Beatty?
They sent him down. He hit 2 home runs yesterday.
Ooh,
That's
that
what he
hurts.
does. He comes up and he can't play. So there's a big diff between AAA.
Oh, for sure.
And the bigs. But I think he's going to be a good pitcher. He's a starting
I hope.
pitcher.
All
right, I got a Casey. I got a pop quiz
for
Jeff
golly
Prosser here.
gosh.
This
Don't know what the motivation for the pop quiz is sometimes.
To make you look terrible.
I know, right? I know. That's usually what it is.
This is actually a fun one.
I tried to bring fun ones to make you look better, and you tend to try and do whatever you can to.
It's just not true.
Minimize me.
I just don't understand. The lies. All right, here it is, and I'll explain it, and I'll go through different situations here because this is kind of fun.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you this question. I need to know the NFL player who had the top career earnings by draft round. So a perfect example for you is I will say, okay, all-time round 6 draft pick, who made the most money?
Tom Brady.
Correct. So
this is interesting.
$333 million. If I say undrafted, that's a tougher one. You have to think about it, but
I'm sure you know it.
You know it. Undrafted, and he was a quarterback. He went undrafted, and he made
Romo.
Very good. There you go.
My dog.
Tony Romo, $127 million.
That's it, huh?
Kurt Warner wasn't drafted, was he? Or was he?
He was. I don't know. I don't think he was.
Okay.
I don't. Maybe he didn't make 127.
Right.
Round 1. Let's go to round 1.
I think Peyton.
Peyton is a good guess, but that's incorrect.
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, $342 million. Round 2, you should be able to get if you think.
Okay, round 2. Again, we're going. How about Favre? Oh, no, see, here's the problem.
Yeah.
Salaries have gone so cuckoo lately.
More current.
You can have a guy who's played 4 years. He'll make more than an old guy that made 10.
Most likely it's going to be a quarterback.
You should get round 2.
It has to be a quarter. Can I go ahead and knock out round 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Very good.
I'll go ahead and knock out round 3, Russ.
Very good.
Yeah.
My dog.
Yeah.
So what is it? Is round 2 all we got left?
Round 2, round 5, and round 7. There's only one who's not a quarterback.
Okay, that's probably okay.
Probably DB or something.
So round 2, who's the round 2 Is it quarterback round 2? Can we ask for him?
Yes.
So he is the quarterback still. All right,
second round quarterback.
Yeah, it's probably. Oh,
you should get this one. This one, the other polls.
Is it Lamar? Lamar was
That's
in the
good.
first.
He was 31.
Yeah,
he was 31.
Okay. Jalen Hurts.
Too soon.
Nope.
They owe that man $97 million in 2 years.
I'll give you the context. I'll give you a clue and you'll get it.
Drew Brees.
There you go.
Bam.
Got it without the context.
What
were you gonna say?
Mr. 5,000.
Okay.
So that'll give you. So you got Rodgers in round 1, Brees in round 2, Russell Wilson in round 3, Kirk Cousins in round 4, round 5. This guy's made $108 million.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
That ain't bad.
Is this a quarterback again?
No.
And so this is the guy who's a non. What about Richard Sherman?
No.
Didn't get paid that much.
Yes.
What about
still playing?
5th rounder?
Yep.
Is it a tackle maybe?
I bet it's a receiver.
Boop.
Nope. It's not a receiver. Oh, you said corner.
Boop. I didn't say anything.
Oh, you didn't say anything.
I can tell you if you want.
Nah, it's gonna be hard. 5th rounder. If it's not a quarterback, bro, we can go swim. We can go swimming through that muddy water for an awful long time. Current player. Give defense or offense?
Offense.
Okay, let's go. Was Kelsey a 5th rounder?
Oh, Kelsey's a good guess. I don't think he was.
I think he was
he was
3rd.
a little higher. Yeah.
Offensive guy could be one of these big tackles, maybe.
I was thinking either tackle or wide receiver.
Ladder.
It's a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Oh, Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
Okay.
And then round 7. Round 7.
It's another quarterback.
Is a quarterback.
Round 7.
Gardner Minshew.
The Chew.
He was 6, I think.
Okay.
Yes. So it's Rodgers, Brees, Wilson, Cousins, Diggs, Brady, round 7, and Tony Romo undrafted.
Is he a current quarterback? Active?
By the way, Tyreek Hill was a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
Diggs has made more.
Wow.
So he'll pass him eventually.
Oh, yeah. Unless he retires and pursues his other aspirations.
Oh, dear.
Wants to be a prawn star.
He needs that money, by the way.
Right.
For all the
children.
All the children.
Yeah.
Right.
Plus, it set a great example for all those kids growing up.
Yeah.
All right, 7th rounder quarterback. I'm trying to think, and it's got to be new. It's got to be new school.
I think I would call him for a 7th rounder.
Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Really?
Yeah. Legendary. Legendary.
How much was that?
108.
82 million.
82 million.
Oh,
Stephon
82
was
million.
108. All right, we got to take a break. 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. And Casey, tell them what they're going to win.
So you're going to go and see that stateside
game.
Cup. You're going to be seeing the Wolves play West Ham at Everbank Stadium.
And West Ham. So there
Saturday,
you go,
July 27th. Be caller number what?
Every time I see the
Whoever
caller,
you
whatever
decide,
you want,
Casey.
man, whoever's
All right,
nicest to you.
4.
Yeah.
There we go.
I've never understood. It's weird to me, and I don't know what the reasons are, but why wouldn't Fulham play here, Dan? Like, why wouldn't the Cons team play here?
That would make sense.
Right, and try and get a little bit of, I do think that there's been at least a scattering of Fulham, at least interest here because of the Cons ownership. It's always, because this is not the first one of those kind of games we've had. Anyway, all right, let's step aside real quick. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
You see this smile on my face? I got a smile on my face all the time because I'm so happy that I've joined the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it, man. That's how they treat you when you head over to that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard and find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. That smile on my face means I walk out to my beautiful blue Silverado. You're my boy, Blue! I'm cruising around town, and I love it. Whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, George Moore Chevrolet has it. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, don't worry. MooreChevy.com. Easy to navigate as any site you'll try. All the vehicles, transparent pricing. It's right there for you. Sales and service to parts. Never been more easy to use. That's Moore Chevy, M-O-O-R-E Chevy.com. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Huddle up. Who are we?
1010XL.
What do we do?
Sports Radio.
Where do we do it?
Jacksonville.
This is Hayes Carlion for QC Kinetics. Are you not able to enjoy this summer as much as you want because of joint pain? Well, give my friends at QC Kinetics a call at 904-274-5522 for a free consultation. They're serving the Jacksonville area with locations in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra Beach. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics advanced treatments harness your own body's ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue so you can walk, run, hike, play golf, move again, pain-free. Their advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. Stop putting it off. Take action now and live your best life again. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation, 904-274-5522 in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra. That is QC Kinetics.
Is your roof ready to weather the storm? Don't take chances with your home safety. Trust the expert at Universal Roof and Contract. Get peace of mind knowing your home is protected from the elements. They'll ensure your roof is in top shape to handle anything Mother Nature throws its way. Right now, get 10% off a re-roof or repairs, plus a free wind mitigation with a full roof replacement. Call 855-ROOF-HELP or click universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and summer is here on the First Coast. You know, long days, short sleeves, lazy summer afternoons, and soaring temperatures that can do a number on your AC. But do what I did and plan ahead with an expert AC tune-up from Fenwick Home Services to avoid those costly summer breakdowns. If you've heard me say it once, you've heard it 1,000 times. Hope is not a plan. That's why Fenwick Home Services has you covered 24/7 with same-day service, including maintenance plans, free same-day estimates, and guaranteed repairs. Book online at FenwickHomeservices.com. That's FenwickHomeservices.com.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting! Oh, that big and broke blind. No worries. I'll just go to fish-hook-repair.com and get these hooked on fish again. Oh, and while I'm on the site, I'll check out the Pro Shop with exclusive fish hook apparel for Jacksonville's coolest anglers. Fish-hook-repair.com. Don't forget the hyphens. It's the place for fishing gear.
On the field, he brought the boom.
I'll always be a linebacker at heart.
He brings that attitude to the microphone.
I'm Jaguars Today's middle linebacker, Kyle McManus.
Friday from 10 to noon. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
All right, get those boats ready. The Dailies Old School Kingfish Shootout presented by Yellowfin is coming soon to St. Augustine. It's June 8th. Just go to oldschoolkingfish.com. You can find out more. The grand prize is a yellowfin bay boat. And with limited boundaries, no bait buying, and no checkout, it is seriously old school. That's why it's the Old School Kingfish Shootout. Here's how you do it. You go online, you sign up, and you become part of what is growing to a terrific event. It's the Old School Kingfish Shootout. Go to oldschoolkingfish.com.
This is what smart jewelry buyers have been waiting all year for at Beard's Diamonds. 0% financing for 5 years, 0 down on everything in the store.
At the St. John's Town Center or beardsdiamonds.com.
Don't buy anywhere until you shop Beard's Diamonds.
Now that's what I call high quality H2O.
If you want high quality water throughout your home, call your local water boy. We install equipment to solve any water problem. WaterBoyJAX.com.
Hicken here with Zero Res. If you're like me, you like to sit on the sofa and recliners and watch a good game or show. You know, unwind down from the day. But sometimes TV time means food, drink, and a mess as well. That's why you need to have the Zero Res truck out and get that furniture looking great again. All of June, Zero Res offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning, 25% off a sectional, off a sofa, 25% off a love seat, 25% off your favorite recliner. Zero Res, man, you spell it forwards, you spell it backwards. Zero Res, it's the right way to clean.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Men suffering from ED or PE, see instant results on your first visit at Prime Men's Medical Center. For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are totally free. Call 904-664-8217, 904-664-8217.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots and the first treatment now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We block out the noise.
We're back here on the drill. We are live at Deercreek Country Club. Frank Frangie joins us here with Walk Off Charities and his big event today.
All right.
I told Hick, though, it's an interesting little dynamic has emerged here in 2024.
Yeah.
We now have, it's official.
Yeah.
We've now done more shows on remote from golf tournaments than we have in studio.
I think
it's
that's
been
a good
fantastic.
plan.
I mean, we've done the
that's a good
Guggen,
plan.
the TBC,
Nothing wrong with that.
the J-Fun, the Walk-Off, the Each of the T Foundation. I mean, I don't know where we are tomorrow.
You guys went back-to-back ET in here,
Yeah,
right?
Friday, Monday.
It's hard to go back-to-back.
So, it takes a special breed.
I appreciate y'all coming out here, though.
You bet.
Really do.
Great to
It's
support.
going to be a gorgeous day out here.
Yes.
And you know what? I want to say something about the charity because listen, all of these health charities that we have are supremely important, and they are. And it's tragic when someone that you know gets cancer or MS or whatever we're raising money for. But man, there's a day-to-day needs that go unmet in communities that sometimes you just got to think about. And this is a good one because baseball has become – look, we grew up in an era where the bat bag was the same this year as it was last year.
That's right.
The uniform you wear is the one that Billy wore last year before he moved up a league. And now, I mean, to play baseball, you got to keep up with the Joneses, and that means 14 uniforms, 41 bats, and
it's expensive.
You know, in a 100-game schedule in some cases.
Well, you just hit the gist of why we do this.
Okay.
Right? You hit
all right.
it, Jeff. It is baseball when we're all baseball nuts, right? We grew up playing baseball. That's right. You had 4 helmets that the team used every year.
That's right.
And everybody used one of the helmets. And
One that was big and had no
that's
cushions.
Right. And that's exactly. And you had the bat bag. And now to play, and Dan, you know, because Brooks just got through that whole travel world, is to play baseball now. The bats are $300 and gloves are this or that. And there's kids that can't afford to do it. And that we did it. You know,
and therefore don't get exposed to baseball ever at all.
At all.
Yeah.
And so our kids, we're 7 years in now. We've probably had, probably close to 3,000 kids playing our leagues. We've probably affected close to 10 with our clinic. So we're really proud of it. And it's about, someone said, well, you may find the next major leaguer. It's not really about that.
No.
It's about the third grader who now gets to wear his uniform to school because he has one, when all the other kids get to wear their uniform to school. So we're real proud of it. I mean that very sincerely.
Yeah, it's a lifelong, listen, you learn, we all say this, and how much you learn through sports, and you get to watch, and kid picks up a glove and all of a sudden you see him throw a baseball and he can play a little bit, and that might lead to something in high school, and that could lead to something in college. It might give him an opportunity he wouldn't get. So there's a million great reasons why kids should be outside playing ball, and you've certainly hit on that, and with your field that you have, and I love seeing the little kids. I love the little opening day stuff that you guys send out all the time.
Baseball is
terrific.
These sports that we play and we love and ultimately we cover, and you forget what the impact was on you when you were actually playing them. They're important. Sports are important. Sports at young age teaches people about differences, whether they're racial, economic, or otherwise.
Teaches you life.
You work together. I would say that most of the unrest in this country is caused by a bunch of nerds that never played sports. They don't know how to work with people. They don't know how to overcome differences.
I will say this. Learning about being a teammate, learning about having teammates is important. I'll tell you what, though. I'm going to go back to something we were kids. Remember he's got your glove.
Yeah.
Remember how much you love. Well, I think the thing that maybe the most rewarding thing we started doing walk-off, guys, is these 8-year-olds come out, and they're mostly in the inner city in some tough Title I schools, and we give them a glove. So they see these, they're red or they're blue in these gloves, and so the first station they go to, they put the name in the glove. You know, they don't know if they're right-handed or left-handed, so you raise your hand with hand you write with, but when they put the name in the glove, you can see it go off in their mind. My name. Wait a minute. If my name goes on this glove,
I get to keep it.
I get to keep it. Jeff, that's the moment. Of all the stuff we do, when you see the look on an 8-year-old's face who never thought he'd have a baseball or she'd have a baseball glove.
Yeah.
They weren't ever going to – the gloves, they were never going to have one.
Yeah.
That probably is the most rewarding. Just
bet.
that look and that moment when they look up, my name? Yeah, write your name on it. With marker? Yeah, with marker.
Like, you sure you want me to do that?
That's right. then they know. It's fabulously rewarding. It really is.
And it helps the baseball community too. Like when you have your clinics, I know a lot of coaches and kids come out and help out, and those are great positive things as well. And then they enjoy it. They keep coming back.
And those high school coaches and college coaches, they don't ask for anything. They take their personal time off to come coach those guys. And you talked about our opening day, and this is why today's so important. And I'm serious about this. And Jeff, thank you for your kind comments about the charity. All the charities are good, and people trying to help people is good. But that league, we used to our opening day, we have 47. This year we had, I said 47. This year we had 64 teams. We started with 47, 64 teams. Okay, there's 12 kids on the team. It costs $100,000. So one of our leagues, it's about $100,000 deal. So people coming out and playing in a golf tournament, people buying an auction item, that's one more kid that gets to play in one of those leagues. That's why it's so important. And you don't realize the first time we did it, I said, I've never done this before. So our staff got together and I kind of saw the receipts, and I said, "Ooh, we just spent $100,000 on an 8-week league."
Right.
And I thought, wow, but that puts in perspective what people can afford and can't afford.
Right.
So people that do this, to come out and play in this, if you're listening now, if you've got one of those, you still have time on those auction items. That's what's happening, is you're letting a kid play in a league that otherwise never would have been able.
It's a tie. It's a Hall of Fame auction.
The
smorgasbord in there. I mean, if you're into the signed jersey deal, I mean,
sports
Taylor, Tebow, Baselli, Brunel, Mahomes, Trevor, Josh Allen. I mean, it's like the best of the best that you can choose from.
They do. She who should be remain does a fantastic job with that auction. So we love being out. It's a beautiful day out here. And people can play golf and have a big time. But we're real proud of the charity. Real proud of what it's been able to do.
All right.
Congratulations on everything.
I appreciate it.
It's good stuff.
So how you got the Mets winning, the Braves winning? Are y'all fighting? I mean,
they're not fighting. The Mets have just given up on the year, and they've buried them.
It was a fun moment when we were a minute ago, because our friend Tony Marinatis and our friend Dan Hicken. We're just lamenting the Rangers.
Yeah.
So first of all, that's hockey, right?
That is hockey.
Okay, so they're lamenting the hockey loss of the Rangers, who lost recently.
And when you don't have that pain, like we don't, it almost makes us feel better. Watching these guys, sad sack,
you and I are trying not to
we're
grin.
smirking at each other.
Smirking. That was a real good morning smirk. There was a combo smirk we had.
They're going through real people, and we're just mockingly throwing the names back out.
You know what?
If you don't give Vetrano, how are you going to win?
Vetrano's what happened. They didn't have Vetrano. That's what went
Hick's
wrong.
got nothing for this conversation.
Hick's about ready to let me go, ET. You see that? Okay, Frank, thanks. Thanks for stopping by. That's
the Braves are, I mean, I'm sure we'll lose, probably Olsen today and Sale tomorrow. I guess that's kind of how this season's gone. But I imagine they're probably good enough to be a playoff team.
Any Mets trips this year, Hick? Are we going to see the Mets? Where are we going?
He claims they're only going for 4 innings.
Where are we going? Where are you going to see the Mets?
We are going to Dallas.
Okay.
See the Rangers and the Mets.
Yeah.
And then we're zipping up to Chi-Town and doing the Cubs.
See, he thought he was going to Dallas to see the New York Rangers against the Stars, but then it didn't materialize.
So you scheduled the Oh, that hurt.
It could have worked out. He didn't do that on purpose.
Oh, that's
it could have worked. When did you start thinking in those terms? I bet you have, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, that's a pain. And I want you to know this, Dan. We're good friends. The smile you see on my face, I'm smiling with you. Okay, that's what I'm.
Yeah.
Hick's like, that's really funny, Frank. Thank you for your humor, buddy.
What can you do?
But you're going to Wrigley. You got Wrigley coming.
Yeah, I got Wrigley.
You've been to Wrigley plenty, I take it.
Yeah, yes.
We've all been to Wrigley.
Yeah.
Well, you got to say plenty. What, just one trip there or 2? I think you did 2. Yeah. Did one with Thuman, one with the kids?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You've been to Wrigley to see the Braves?
I've been to Wrigley 3 or 4 times. My family lived in Chicago for a while, but I've seen the Braves every time. I've seen the Braves, Cubs at Wrigley 4 times.
Yeah, the first time I saw the Pirates at Wrigley, lost 14-1. Okay.
I'm not.
I go to Wrigley. I've never been to Wrigley. I've been there a bunch now. 14-1.
I'm not quite old enough to love the charm of the old ballparks. I think they're old, rickety ballparks with obstructed views, and I get it. I can soak it in, but the worst ballparks I've been in are Fenway and Wrigley.
Yeah,
love them.
And the only thing you're selling me, other than that, is the tradition, which is a selling
by the way,
point.
have you guys been to PNC, the Pirates Park?
I need to go. I was going to go this year, and it conflicted with E's tournament.
Yeah, okay.
Because they were just there this week.
The Braves were. Have you been hit?
Not for a game.
I've
been outside it.
Yeah,
but not
it
to a
is
game.
spectacular.
I want to go to a game there because I went to a ton of Pirates games when I lived in West Virginia.
That's right.
I've been to 20 of them at Old Three Rivers.
So there you go.
All right. Well, anyway.
Well, boys, thank you.
Enjoy the day.
Thank you for having us out.
Yeah.
I mean that sincerely.
We'll talk Vetrano with Tony here.
You guys have been really kind of the charity. Thank you.
You bet.
All right. Thanks, fellas.
All right. We got Fred Taylor coming up bottom of the hour and more some say award-winning programming. Next year, it's Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
All right, sports fans, Hicken here. Let's talk skin. Me, myself, and I, and Beaches Dermatology, are reminding you all, man, wear that sunscreen, right? Got to wear the sunscreen. Why? Because you're outside all the time in this great state of ours that has and is the Sunshine State. So if you're an active parent hanging in the fields in your boat to fish, you like to chill at the beach, wear sunscreen. Because if you don't, there can be some ramifications, short and long term. Skin cancer is not something you want to deal with. So when grabbing the clubs for your tea time, you're gassing up the boat, you're grabbing the chairs for your kids' game, make sure to bring the screen. And if you have any concerns on your body right now, go see my friends, Doctors Boudreaux and Metz, the best in the business at Beaches Dermatology. By the way, they've been taking care of me for decades now. Give Beaches Dermatology a call online at beachesdermatology.com.
Even more Jaguars. Listen to the Tommy Mac podcast with Tom McManus and Campo and Joe with Dave Campo and Joe C. Find these original podcasts at 1010XL.com or on Twitter at 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Tired of an AC warranty that doesn't seem to cover what actually breaks? Not at Vaughn's Heating and Air. New AC units from Vaughn's include a 10-year warranty covering all parts, all labor, and all refrigerant. So remember, if your AC won't turn on, just call Vaughn's.
I'm sure many of you guys feel like you wish you could be as fit as you were in your 20s. The dad bod is really tough to shed. I'm Dr. Lance Snyder, and I did something about it through Dr. Rappaport at the Jax Aesthetic Center. I'm active, I played college sports, and I still work out a few times a week. Nothing worked. As a doctor and a dad, I want to be around as long as possible and feel good about my body. Dr. Rappaport put together a personalized treatment plan that worked. It was easy for me to make appointments, get to those appointments, and get back to work in time. I also recommend the Imsella chair for any urinary issues or ED. Dr. Rappaport has state-of-the-art treatment options for men. And the M-Sculpt Neo is an abs blast. 20,000 crunches in 30 minutes. Give yourself your own gift this Father's Day at the Jax Aesthetic Center. Build muscle and lose fat. Call or text today, 904-808-2455. That's 904-808-2455. You won't be sorry.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T, and the NBA playoffs are here, and it's the perfect time to elevate your game with MyBookie. With MyBookie, you can bet from anywhere, anytime, so you'll never miss a shot of making that straight cash, homie. You can even live stream and bet on the game right from the sportsbook, giving you everything you'll need to decide. Cash out or let it ride. MyBookie really makes it easy to get paid with tons of boosted props and slam dunk parlays. And new boosts are now posted on a daily. It's more than just a sports book. Buzzer beaters, underdog upsets, and a community to share in all of the sweats. Give yourself a head start today by using promo code 1010XL when you make your first deposit. That's 1010XL to claim a limited time bonus when you sign up and make your first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Prime Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Prime Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Prime Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 904-902-8222. 904-902-8222. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 904-902-8222.
Your cooling system isn't working.
Maybe somebody showed up with a portable electronic device. Then they discussed with you what your options are. Maybe they gave you an estimate that seems like an awful lot of money. What's the smart thing to do? When the situation merits a second opinion, get a Mike Merritt opinion. Yes, the Mike Merritt Comfort Team shows up with hand tools. We've never been able to fix an air conditioning problem with a tablet. Mike Merritt has been the trusted name for more than 30 years because there's never any hocus pocus. The Merritt team will walk you through the diagnostic steps up close and personal and show you exactly what you need. And the Mike Merritt price is likely to be far less because there's never an overtime charge, and the Merritt team doesn't work on commission. So remember, when it comes to the health of your cooling system, a second opinion can only help, and a Mike Merritt opinion can save you money. Florida license CACO 50384.
When persistent plumbing problems leave you feeling flushed, don't panic. Call Roland Reich. They quote all pricing in advance, so your only surprise is how quickly they'll solve your issue. Roland Reich Plumbing, PlumbingJacksonville.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. The Jacksonville Jaguars revamped the defense in the offseason. However, Sports Illustrated isn't particularly impressed. The subject defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen is not that concerned with.
We don't want to be pigeonholed in terms of this is exactly what we are. We want to evolving. We want to be on the cutting edge. But that's kind of the goal of what we've set out to do.
NCAA baseball tournament was good for the Florida Gators over the weekend, defeating Nebraska and Oklahoma State. The Gators would have to beat the Cowboys again today to advance out of the regional finals. Game time is 3 p.m. You can hear it live on 1010 XL AM. Florida State baseball put the beat down on the University of Central Florida on Saturday and Sunday to advance to the NCAA baseball tournament Tallahassee Regional. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 8:10, it's 75 degrees. Time and temp are brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back. We're at Deercreek Country Club this morning. It's the Daly's Walk-Off Charities event. So
okay, Dusty.
Just got you all caught up on that. We'll turn our attention to the sports world here for this last couple of hours. Plenty percolating. Hick, you're the baseball guy, so fill me in. This is the big concern that has emerged by the time your team gets to a Game 7 in one of these sub-regionals.
Yeah.
Give me the status, the pitching staff, and you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Are they where does Florida stand? You know, from a pitching standpoint, it has not been a strength this year. Where do they go today?
No. Well, listen, Brandon Neely was stellar last night and really saved them. Okay, so he threw 101 pitches, so that was big.
And then the bullpen, by the way, I did watch the last few innings, just got beat to heck.
So basically,
and who is their number one pitcher? Neely?
Well, no, it's got to be Kaggs, and then the kid
Liam.
Liam.
This Kaggs pitching thing is.
Well, I mean, he's their
got
guy.
A 4.7 though.
Well, yeah, they don't have a great pitcher.
Okay.
Liam Peterson pitched a great game for him against Nebraska. He's a true freshman.
Right.
But right now, I would say, according to the people that I trust, I would think Luke McNeely, who faced one batter and he yanked him. He walked a guy, and he's iffy. Would start.
Is he a normal starter? Is he a midweek starter? Do we have any weekend starters left?
No.
Not that matters because they go lose 2 out of 3 every weekend.
No, he threw some when they got that big lead yesterday.
Yeah, he's just throwing first appearance this year. I saw one kid.
He burned a couple guys.
Yeah, like redshirt years.
Yeah, he's got Jake Clemento, who's pitched pretty well. Fisher Jameson's had moments, but after that, it's McNeely, Clement, and Fisher Jameson.
Yeah, I really had to say those names don't register with me because to a fault, I don't watch any regular season baseball. So.
Yeah, that's about what you got available.
And I would assume is Oklahoma City in a similar spot? They would have to be, right? I mean, I don't know what their strength is with their program.
I don't know Oklahoma State staff at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was surprised that Oklahoma State beat them so easy Friday night.
Yeah.
Or Saturday night.
We didn't hit.
Yeah, I just and so
the great story of the weekend is this kid Ashton Wilson who sat on the bench the whole year
for Florida.
Yeah, and then he goes in against Oklahoma State and he has a 4-for-5 game with 3 doubles and a bomb. He hit one off the scoreboard.
Did he play again yesterday?
Yeah, and he
Oh,
had
he
3
boomed
more
that
hits
thing?
yesterday. This kid was sitting there just.
Where's he from? You know?
He's he transferred from Charlie Southern, but I think he's a Florida kid. But he is and the Yost kid, who's also a young kid, he tore his ACL, I think. So he outfielder who had earned his. Ty Evans got hurt. Yost took his place. Now this kid Wilson comes in and has been freaking lights out. And you need guys like that to have postseason success.
Well, I guess if you
last year Ty Evans exploded in the postseason. So anyway, it's been again they won 3 games.
Well, if you're going to use any of your bended knee today on sports, if you're going to waste it on sports, just have it be on the Gator bats being alive, because that Florida ain't going to win no 3-1 game. With their pitching staff, you wouldn't think so. Now again, I said this assuredly
last night.
I said this assuredly on Friday, and it wasn't assured at all. I need to stay in my lane on that. I didn't watch any baseball all year.
Your lane.
Thought that.
Well, I did, and I didn't think.
I know. I was
going
to say you were in the lane too. It didn't, but just it does speak. By the way, LSU's doing the exact same thing.
Yes.
And those are 2 teams that many thought weren't good enough to be in the tournament.
Yes, LSU's had a great run. FSU ran through theirs. They did great. They didn't celebrate because they want to celebrate next week. I think they have a real good chance to get to the College World Series, which would be a great turnaround.
And by the way, get used to it.
Yeah,
because Lee Jarrett will have that program on cruise control, and they'll be what Florida has been under O'Sullivan.
The best. There are a couple other things from college baseball, but I did enjoy the Coastal Carolina guy is retiring.
Okay,
and so he went on a diatribe.
They play in South Carolina, is that who they or Clemson?
Yeah, they got knocked out.
They got
the
hidden ball trick.
And so he's talking about it afterwards, and he's retiring, and so he talked about retiring, and he also talked about the NIL and stuff, and he's like, man, he goes, there's no level playing field anymore. I can't. I don't know how I'm gonna. Good luck. I'll miss the hell out of the kids, but this NIL stuff. Now,
here's why if you're Coastal Carolina, why that stinks.
Yeah.
What he's saying is Clemson and South Carolina are going to grab my 2 best players every year and pay them.
Correct.
That's where it hurts them.
Correct. You can't. The mid-majors.
Football doesn't work quite that easy. Football, you can keep your stuff together.
Coastal won a natty under this guy.
Yeah, that's true.
They won a natty.
Yeah,
So they should be able to keep up there.
That's fair. You should be able to raise the money. It's too small.
They can't raise the money like Clemson and South Carolina.
True.
And Clemson,
yeah,
South
but they're
Carolina.
not paying baseball players, Hick. I mean, it's not like they're paying them $1 million.
It will be soon.
You
with
think?
This new
college baseball?
Yes. Yeah. With the way they had this come
I
out.
wouldn't do that.
It's
not important enough.
Kid, the Lodi's kid left UNF. The kid was a terrific. So he was a great story because he was okay at Bartram Trail.
He's at FSU.
He goes to UNF and tears it up his freshman year.
Yeah. They cut the check
and FSU cuts a check and takes him.
But UNF and Coastal are apples and oranges. Coastal's a national title winning team that goes to the tournament a lot, and UNF's never been.
Yeah, but they still.
How about UNF not been to an NCAA regional? Have they? I don't think they have, Hick. And they were a power at that lower level. They won natties.
Well, they upped into Division I.
Yeah, but you'd think they would have gotten to one by now, won an ASUN tournament, something.
I think that's the plan. I think they'd like.
Because JU's been to a ton.
Yeah. But anyway,
I don't mean to speak out of turn. If I had a text on somebody say, "What do you mean UNF's made twice?" Maybe they have.
They might have. But anyway, just listening to that coach and listening to his complaints. Now, here's the one thing where the coach is guilty, though, and then. Because these guys, they tick me off, and I've said it from football to baseball to basketball. Them coaches, they don't ever turn down those raises. And the culture, not the culture, culture of sports is the one who is paying these coaches 10, 11, 12 in football and whatever they're getting in baseball. It's ridiculous. But then the college baseball, they bring, and I don't blame them, but they bring 50 kids in. And then they cut, 30 of them, and so that part you have to deal with as.
I will say this:
it's just evening up the playing field a little bit.
I will say this: at this stage, I got nothing for any coach complaining about the NIL. It is what it is. Stop complaining about it.
Yeah.
You're not changing anything.
Well,
you just sound like you're
hopefully
what kind of message are you sending though to the recruits, the family, everyone else? It's like, I get it. It's a pain. but only for the old timers, Dan.
Well, no, it's a pain for Coastal Carolinas and the mid-majors of the world whose players are going to get poached every year.
Well, that's
though.
a different pain.
That's different.
Yeah,
That is-
but it doesn't take. Listen, I will give Coastal Carolina complaining. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Kalen DeBoer, Nick Saban. Shut up. I'm talking about big-time coaches and pretending like the NIL is a pain in the butt.
No.
Sure it is.
Yeah. Well, they're going to get their money. And,
I mean, right.
Everybody gets the money, and so again, no problem with the kids doing it, but hopefully some regulations are
Are
coming.
you not just? I mean, I'm surprised that it's 8:18, and you've yet to recognize the biggest sports story of the weekend. I mean, when it comes to ensuring future success, you have to make sure that you have the most undeniable talent, and I'm here to tell you that Baby Gronk is committed to Florida.
Baby Gronk. Last I saw him, he was getting. The culture was knocking him on his ass at some
camp
flag tournament.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
Baby Gronk got.
Well, here's well again.
Why are we talking?
Well, tongue so firmly
Florida
in cheek
did-
has never been misspotted. I'll continue.
Oh.
Let me finish the story.
Okay.
If you missed it, Baby Gronk was committed to Georgia on Saturday. Yesterday he committed to Florida. It's the 7th commitment, none of whom, by the way, have shown any interest in actually bringing Baby Gronk to campus. But Baby Gronk has, and just look at the IG, he has committed yet again. It's his 7th commitment if you're keeping track at home. This is Tennessee has been committed, Colorado.
Oh my God.
Georgia,
he hit up Colorado?
Michigan.
Dang.
Hey,
Hail to the victors.
he's committed to them all. But apparently, his dad, who is has to be just an incredible sociopath. Yeah. Says he does have one valid offer. He says from Arizona, but I don't know if I believe that. Baby Gronk's 11, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, if you're recruiting an 11-year-old, you better be more special than his IG page.
Yeah, they did get a commitment from a 26.
Yeah.
So he's a big kid.
Top 10 kind of guy.
Yeah.
And I see him. There are a couple more. And I heard you flirting around with our big guy, our Reigns guy.
I just read some.
I heard you.
Chirping.
Well, there's another big Forcer offensive lineman who's been at FSU lean who was in Gainesville this weekend. And Billy's kind of becoming that sneak. Now, last year they snuck in and took all his good guys, or a bunch of them. But he's. I will say this: they're not out of players when those players commit somewhere else. Like sometimes you feel like
so early.
like Spurrier just get then. Not all of them, but some of them. I know it's early. Of course it is. And listen, at the end of the day, Billy Napier could have the #1 recruiting class in the world right now. And if he goes 5-7 or 6-6 like last year, it'll be completely depleted. Now, he's much better overall talent-wise. And with Baby Gronk coming, I mean, just bide your time, gang. 7 more years, and we're on the fast track to an Addy because Baby Gronk has now committed to Florida.
That's not good.
Baby Gronk.
That's what's wrong
Not
with
Big
sports.
Gronk. Baby Gronk.
Yeah, that's not good.
Man.
Gators will go at 3 today, by the way, if you're wondering.
3 o'clock. And the girls go at noon.
Yeah, the girls have a big one against Oklahoma, which is going to be tough. I think they got to beat them twice.
I can't do the softball, Hick.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I know you do. I try because of your love, and I keep giving it tries. I can't watch it. It's just too. It's not offensive enough for me. It's just
too slow.
Or one team beats the
6-4 against Bama yesterday. That's a pretty good game.
Yeah. And the girl, I saw the big play. I saw the lefty hit a double and bring in the, I think, go-ahead run. And then, like an inning later, I turned it back over. I think it was the same lefty hit a homer. Is that right?
Jocelyn Erickson is the
she
SEC
hit them both,
player
right?
of the year, and she hit a 3-run homer off a girl that
But didn't she also hit the double?
Brought
you
in.
weren't watching. They were down 1-0. Didn't she hit the double?
I didn't see the
Yeah, she
beginning.
also roped a double before that.
Okay, well,
the inning before.
She came over from
she's a transfer?
Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
And so she can maybe,
Well,
I think it was Oklahoma, and she'll
that's
get
who
a
they
chance
played
to,
it at.
get some sweet revenge, although Texas and Oklahoma seem to be sort of a step above everybody else.
I will say this. I'd rather take, after watching, Texas run rule them 10-0 the other day, I would rather take my chances with Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And not being an expert by any stretch
Oklahoma's
on
won
college softball.
3 straight national
But
championships.
Texas have been beating the hell out of them all year.
No, they kind of
Okay.
split it up.
All right.
They split it up. That'd probably be those two for the Natty. But for Florida, they're in the top 4. They're very young. I think Skylar's the only real senior on the team. They got a very promising future. The Rothrock kid's been terrific on the mound. She has some moments like the Texas game, but she's a true freshman pitching in the biggest stage, and but she's done well. So it's
That's another thing about the softball that takes it from chess to checkers a little bit. Is you can trot your ace out every game.
Yeah.
You know, that's a little bit. I mean, it is what it is, but that's a little different than
Texas pitched.
How you're used to baseball.
Texas pitched a big one against us. Oh,
big girl.
Oh, she was a big one. Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, she got after it and
be fed out there in Texas. I don't know if you know
Lordy, that was So she.
There's some big ones in softball, man.
Yeah, and
that ain't nothing new.
A couple of these girls that now Stanford, one for the culture on the bump. Terrific, probably the best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah.
Softball, and some of these girls, I don't know the rule and the circle and the rubber.
Yeah.
They ain't even close to the
right.
rubber.
They jump forward about 3 feet, don't
They're coming about 5 feet in, and
they're already close. They're only 45 feet.
Well, the thing about softball, which you have to understand, it is such a fast game because it's a little league field. It's so tiny that, like, if the ball's hit to you at third base or shortstop, you can't bobble it.
You got to be quick.
Yeah, boom, boom.
I was able.
If you don't, you're in trouble.
Years ago, and I mean years, 25 years maybe, but we were doing
slow pitch
TV.
Played slow pitch softball.
No. I went over, though, and I still had some reflexes then. I was probably early 30s.
Yeah.
But for a while at TV, remember when we were at Channel 12, I was doing like this sports challenge
Sports
deal.
challenge.
The UNF, Sonia, who's awesome, Wilmoth,
Uh-huh.
had me over to see if I could hit the fast pitch girls softball.
Mm-hmm. And?
I could hit it, but it was but again now, you're close. You forget how close you are.
Yeah.
You don't play that distance since if you're a boy. You haven't played at that distance since you were 12.
I'll say this girl. I saw this girl at Stanford. It was 73-74, and it was. I mean, that ball was on you. And
they say that translates to like 99.
And if they can manipulate the ball in any way, which they can, they spin it.
Right.
And so they have the drop pitch and the rise.
The
pitch.
rise ball is what she threw.
Like it's coming up.
Yeah,
like it
comes out. It goes like that was the one that if she wanted to embarrass me, that's the one she would throw.
Yeah.
Did you guys get a chance to watch the Show Me Something Nugan with Grace Jones with myself when I went out to Episcopal? Did you guys watch that?
No.
Oh, you hit against Grace?
No, I couldn't. I mean, I think I might have got 3, and they were like cheap shots. Like I think she was giving me some. She was amazing.
Star at Episcopal and did a great job. And
it's like as soon as they pitch that thing, you just got to swing the bat.
Yeah, I think she's going to Mercer, if I'm not mistaken. But
you
was
are
terrific,
correct.
So. Yeah.
It does help a little bit to get the bat on the ball that the ball's bigger. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
That pea baseball compared to
Ain't
that
no chance.
looks like you're hitting a softball.
Right.
So there's that part. But yeah, Florida baseball and softball in action today, and each. I mean, the Gators are playing a championship game. The boys, the girls.
I'll
have to
say
win
this, really, for me, it's all gravy. Florida's finished in the top 4 in softball in the country with some key young players. Been terrific.
I can't grade the baseball side, but I feel you.
And
it's not
I
expected.
never thought the baseball team would win 3 games and have a chance to move on. If they are able to get to the Super Regional, I will tip my cap to them. I already tipped my cap to them. They played very well this weekend. So, but it's a tough matchup. Oklahoma State at their place is not going to be easy. We'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling.
We got Freddie T next.
All right.
The Monday morning running back. We'll pick the brain of the. His jersey is right in here. I don't know if Fred even knows, but he's up for auction this morning. So we'll be back with more next. We are live at the Walk-Off Charities Classic presented by Dailies at Deercreek.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
You demanded more of us. You demanded perfection. But we have won every single game we have played till now. So this team is perfect. We stepped out on that field that way tonight. That's how we want to leave it.
1010XL.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Hey, Hicken here for Zero Res. Like many of you, I love living in Jacksonville, FLA, where we have so many families who serve or have served in the military. I'm grateful for their sacrifice to keep us safe. And by the way, if you have a family member who is on active duty or is a veteran, now is the time to call Zero Res, because right now, get a 25% military discount on everything they clean. A thank you for your service. That's 25% off carpet cleaning, towel and grow upholstery, or Oriental rugs. Zero Res, man, spell it forward. Zero Res, you spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com, then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Is your old AC trying to keep up with the Florida heat?
At JTM Comfort Services, they understand the importance of a reliable AC system. That's why they offer financing on qualified repairs and replacements. Don't suffer through another scorching summer. Upgrade now to a new, energy-efficient system. Visit jtmcooling.com to learn more and schedule your consultation. Veteran and family owned.
Your comfort is our name. Call my dad to keep you in the game.
Save money while beautifying your home with Renewal by Andersen with energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Their exclusive Fibrex product is chic, tough, easy to maintain, and twice as strong as vinyl. Right now, buy one window or patio door and get one 40% off. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 1 year. But restrictions apply. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
Hello. Every great call comes to you on the All-Pro Roofing phone line.
Just pick up your telephone and dial.
Listen for great phone interviews all day on the All-Pro Roofing phone line. We'll talk on the phone. On 1010XL.
Cataracts are the leading cause of vision loss in the United States and blindness worldwide. Hicken here for Bowden Associates. June is Cataract Awareness Month. Cataracts are a condition that causes the eye's lens to become cloudy, which can block or change the way light passes through the eye. Bowden Eye is here to take care of you or someone you know who are experiencing faded colors, intensified brightness to light, or poor night vision. Call or visit BowdenEye.com to schedule your consultation. Bowden Associates, they're keeping the First Coast focused.
I'm sure many of you guys feel like you wish you could be as fit as you were in your 20s. The dad bod is really tough to shed. I'm Dr. Lance Snyder, and I did something about it through Dr. Rappaport at the Jax Aesthetic Center. I'm active, I played college sports, and I still work out a few times a week. Nothing worked. As a doctor and a dad, I want to be around as long as possible and feel good about my body. Dr. Rappaport put together a personalized treatment plan that worked. It was easy for me to make appointments, get to those appointments, and get back to work in time. I also recommend the Imsella chair for any urinary issues or ED. Dr. Rappaport has state-of-the-art treatment options for men. And the M-Sculpt Neo is an abs blast. 20,000 crunches in 30 minutes. Give yourself your own gift this Father's Day at the Jax Aesthetic Center. Build muscle and lose fat. Call or text today, 904-808-2455. That's 904-808-2455. You won't be sorry.
Brackish Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, is the smoothest local vodka you can find. Made right here in Jacksonville, Florida, 100% from corn, Brackish Vodka is the local gluten-free choice. Brackish Vodka, for those that live life slightly salty, a proud partner of the Jaguars.
Drink Brackish Vodka mixed into classic cocktails with that speakeasy vibe at the Volstead.
If you're an experienced, skilled plumber or welder that's MedGas certified and you're tired of working for a company that just doesn't treat you right, Local 234 is the place for you. Their pay is the best in the business. You'll walk away with $35.09 an hour in your pocket. With benefits, that's just over $50 an hour. Local 234 has been around since 1901, and that means something. Visit UA234.com to send your resume. Local 234, make the right connection.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Dan and Jeff hand it off to our halfback.
Fred Taylor, every time he touches it, he's a candidate to go the distance.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein & Robbins DUI defense firm and B&B Fuel and Lubricants on 1010XL.
He's become quite the mover and shaker off the field as he was on, and it reminded me, I forget the old Shake Taylor. Remember that, Hick?
Yeah, Freddie, you were Shake.
Shake
for a
Taylor,
while, right?
weren't
Did
you?
They call you Shake? I remember calling you
Yeah,
Shake.
Shake back in the day?
Yep, coming out of high school, I was
Yeah.
Shake Taylor because I had more shake and speed than power. And
Yeah.
I didn't have to run people over back then. I was so big. I was 212 pounds, 6 feet, 212 coming out of high school.
Oof.
Ran a 4.240 and a 10.200 meters. I just ran past everybody.
Yeah.
You know,
Shake Taylor.
I was bigger than my center.
That's high school, isn't it? That's great.
Yeah. Freddie, how many yards did you run for your senior year of high school? Do you remember? Do you know?
I would guess somewhere close to around 15 or 1,700, but
Okay.
I didn't play second half of games. We would beat you 30, 40 to 0. So most of that I was on the sideline. So I mean, out of 10 regular season games, let's just say I maybe played 6 full games, but
Right.
I averaged close to 200 and something per game.
Who were a couple of the other running backs in high school in the state when you were rocking and rolling?
Geez.
Do you remember?
I remember
Edge?
George Lombard.
Oh, yeah.
EJ was
Baseball.
a couple years behind me, but George Lombard was like,
Okay.
you know, it was George and I 1 and 2 in most publications where he was mostly 1. He's a great athlete. He ended up going the baseball route.
Yeah.
Played for my Braves?
George
or-
Lombard is the one who sticks out the most, in my opinion.
I remember George.
We're at a charity golf event this morning, Frangie's Walk-Off Charities, Freddie, and I see you have a jersey in there that's sold, and they'll raise money for charity. But I see it's right next to Mojo's, and it just kind of takes me back to an era, right, of that two-headed monster we had at running back, and I'm just curious because veteran players are confronted with this, Fred. I'm just curious what your reaction was. I know how ultimately the relationship ended up and what an awesome double-headed threat we had at running back that led to a couple of playoff appearances, quite frankly. But I'm just curious, when you were sitting there and you see, an early second-rounder go to a running back, do you welcome that? Do you look at that as competition that's unnecessary? Or because obviously it ended up being perfect, but I'm wondering what your initial, reaction was.
You know what? I can honestly say this. I never paid much attention to the draft. When we would draft, I didn't see who we drafted, didn't necessarily care much about who we drafted. Excuse me. I think later in my career I started peeking a little bit, so that would be somewhere around the time when Mojo came along. But prior to that, it didn't bother me. And it still didn't bother me when Mojo came. I always welcomed the competition. In fact, I was that teammate who made sure you knew your assignment. Like, I was the one you can always come to. I would help you learn your assignment. Then we would get on the practice field, and it was my job to compete, and show you, look, this isn't a slumber party. Like, you got to work for it. If you want to party, you want to play, you got to work for it. And I'm going to push you, and I want you to push me, and we'll get the best out of each other. So that was always my mindset. In my 11 years in Jacksonville, I think we brought in a running back every year. I believe 1 year we brought in two. I remember Alvin Pierman, and I remember them getting D. Jones, Stacey Mack, a lot of guys over the years, but Elvis Joseph,
Sean Jennings,
Jennings, Wimbush, Derek Wimbush. So they drafted a ton of guys to replace me, and or either have that insurance policy due to my nature of injuries here and there. But, in that window when I had close to 4 years of not missing a single game, I was like, all right, so they drafting a running back? Well, it's all good. It doesn't matter. I'm going to win the job anyway. And that was my mindset even going up to New England, to win the starting job and try my best to stay healthy. And unfortunately, you're not in control of the injuries in this sport. But, you know, I would always do my best to ensure that if I'm not out there, the person that was behind me, we competed hard enough and they were ready enough so that the offense didn't miss the beat. And Mojo himself, he took over, man, and he didn't look back once it was his opportunity.
One more thing, trip down memory lane, that I was thinking about that 07 team. And you guys, that was a really good team. That was a team that could have.
That team needed receiver help.
14
Boy, if
and
we
2?
just.
No, that's the 99. This is the team that went up and played the Patriots the year they were undefeated.
You beat the Steelers in the playoffs.
That was a 12 and 14.
Yeah, that was a good team.
Yeah. It was a good team, man.
It was a really good team.
Yeah.
I think, we started out with Lefty, and then Garrard came in. We had a nice stretch of wins. And then in the playoff against the undefeated Patriots, we made that change. And there were a lot of whispers in the locker room. Not a lot of guys thought B was help. Not that because B helped us get off to a certain start in the beginning of the season, and it wasn't bad. It's just that with Dave, when Dave came in,
he got hot, and then
we got very hot, right? And that's what it's about, getting hot.
And where Dan is kind of. I'm sorry, we're mixing 5 and 7. You're describing the 2005 season where Leftwich started. He got injured. That's a 12 and 4, 11 and 5 team.
So
Garrard came in and they went back, and then y'all went back 2 years later.
Yeah.
You beat Pittsburgh when Garrard had that fourth down run. Byron's gone by now.
That's 7. That is 7. Yeah.
And then you went and played.
Been tackled like 20,000 times.
Hey, we do what we do, Fred.
Yeah, but even that season, 07 was a great season, man. We had some great chemistry. The defense was balling. We really thought we were ready to go up there and
you almost beat them.
They were a bit. Yeah, we were close. It was close, but always, you know how it goes, not close enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a solid team, man. Definitely Del Rio's best coaching tenure as a head coach, in my opinion.
Did you like Jack?
Oh, wow. That was a great question right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so
there was a
smooth
pause.
Yeah.
There was a pause.
I'm okay with the answer. I like Fred more than Jack, so you can say whatever you want.
Hey, that was an amazing journalistic touch, just a little layup for me to go and dunk it.
I got the answer.
I can say initially I like Jack as a person. Having shared the same sort of, approach to the game as a player, I was like, all right, we can relate. We were very relatable. And then at some point, everything sort of got lost. It all got lost when things would go gray. There would be moments where it would be buddy-buddy with everybody, and then the next day it's like, you don't know who the guy is. But
I got you.
Again, I don't say that to bash him.
No, I hear you. I asked the question. That's
I got to
fair.
speak the truth.
Yeah.
I do want to speak the truth of it all. And it started out as a player-friendly coach, and then it evolved to a lot of gray areas. I fell in love with Coach Coughlin, Coach Belichick, for the same reasons I almost hated them at one point, which is like they're very transparent. You got what you got, and they told you what you were going to get, and they didn't waver off the spot. Jack, you started one day with something, then the next day was something totally different. And one thing I've learned to dislike is gray. I can't operate in the gray like some people.
That's fair.
What about Hicken? Did you ever like him?
Dan has always been good with me. I can tell you, and I hope Frisco hears this, I didn't always like Pete.
Yeah.
He's okay with me now. That's my guy now.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I tell Pete all the time, and he'll probably hear this and go, Freddie, you know I didn't do it. I believe that Frisco started the Fragile Fred nonsense, and it's okay. At this point, it's okay. I tell him, we joke about it now because I love him to death, but I didn't like Vito at one point.
Yeah.
I didn't like Frisco at one point. You guys were always cool with me. I mean, you weren't doing the day-to-day paper.
Come on, that's if we'd have went to FSU, maybe not.
Yeah.
You always had a little extra head start on everybody with us, Freddie.
I can tell you, I love those guys now, man. As you grow in the game, you understand that they just have a job to do. And
that's true.
Like, they just have a job, and you respect what they do. You go out there and play well, you deal with it. You don't play so well, you learn how to deal with it, but you approach it the same. So I respect them all.
If the media boys who do it day to day, and back in your day, I was a lot more day to day for me. I don't go down there much at all anymore. But if the media boys, if they write something or say something and they come back the next day, then I'm cool with it. That's how I look at it. Like, if you and then give you and look you in the eye and tell you why they wrote it, and then or said it, and then you can respond. You may not agree with it, but I think that helps in the okay, I understand you have a job to do like I have a job.
That's
to
what
do.
we call, Dan. That's what we call standing on business.
Yes,
standing on
exactly.
business.
Thank you.
Exactly, and you know someone who's great at that, Gene. Gene can say, "Well, I wrote this, and this is the reason I wrote it."
Yeah. Right.
And
For
you
sure.
and you go on about your business. So again, that's another person who I've become to gain a lot of respect for.
Yeah.
Is Gene Fournette, because you know he can be harsh and hard, but he can also tell you, look, this is why it was warranted. So and you respect that.
All right, what we got on the pivot this week, Fred? What are we doing?
Well, I believe tomorrow. My days are all jumbled up. You know what, guys? Memorial Day threw me off. We were in
Me
Dallas
too, buddy.
hustling, doing some stuff, and I was completely thrown off about the Monday. And now it's kind of leaked over to this week. So today is Monday. Tomorrow is Monday morning quarterback. Monday morning halfback. So tomorrow we have Matt Kemp, former baseball player, Los Angeles Dodger, Hank Aaron, the recipient, should have been MVP that one year in 2011. Matt is a great show. He just had an awesome career, and he finally decided to retire after 4 years of contemplating or trying to figure out how to say bye to the game.
Was it?
Wasn't it with Rihanna?
I don't know.
We couldn't get any juice. We couldn't get any juice.
I was gonna say, man, you got
definitely.
Yeah, I would think you'd go. Yeah, I could see going down that Rihanna path for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it's a little layup. We didn't want to beat him up. We just kind of teased him because we didn't want to get messy, and because he has a woman, she has a guy and some kids.
Yeah,
that was 13 years ago. It was like yeah. But it's
who are you going for in the finals, Freddie? Boston, Dallas. Who you got? Who do you want to win? Who do you think's winning?
I would love to see Kyrie redeemed, but also Jason Tatum. You know, he's a guy who these two teams you have players that are fighting to be the face of the league, and I think whoever wins will determine who's going to be the face of the league. Luka is amazing at everything he does. I mean, he's a walking triple-double, and Jason Tatum is a guy who is ready to kind of catapult himself to superstardom. He has to get him a ring in order to do so. Being in that region for 2 years in the New England area, I want to root for Boston, but I also want to root for Kyrie and someone as humble as Luka and as good as Luka. I don't know who to go for. I think it's two great teams. Toss up. If Porzingis is back, I got to go with Boston. If he gets hurt at some point during the series, I'll probably sway that to Dallas. So I don't know who to pick, guys. I'm just keeping it real with you.
I kind of in line with what you say. I think Dallas can steal one of those first two, maybe. But all right, we appreciate your time.
Thanks,
as we
Freddie.
do every Monday. It's the Monday morning running back with our guy Fred Taylor. Freddie, have a terrific week, my man, and we'll talk to you next week.
Appreciate you.
All right, guys. Love you guys, man. Be good.
All right, man. There he goes. That's Fred Taylor, and we'll come back with more on the Monday Morning Quarterback. We are at the Walk-Off Charities Classic, brought to you, by the way, by Dailies, and we're back with more next.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Summertime fun.
Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long.
Now that's hot. 1010XL.
Cross, I'm thinking about changing my name.
Again? You're already the media mogul, the straw that stirs the drink, the Duke of Pablo Bay. Now what?
Refer to me as Dreamfinder's Danny Hicken.
What in the blazes? Is this a cash grab?
No, it's just that I believe so much in Dreamfinder's Homes. 20 locations in Northeast Florida, official home builder of Jags and Gators. Great opportunity for first-time homeowners.
All right. Dreamfinder's Danny it is.
Did I mention the lowest interest rates you can find? Visit DreamfindersHomes.com. Now let Dreamfinder's Danny celebrate through the majesty of song. Dream Finders.
Oh, brother.
I believe they will build
Make it
your
stop.
home just right.
Why does everyone seem to hesitate to buy a used car these days? Probably because the warranties stink. Well, we only offer the best cars that can pass our 160-point inspection and qualify for the Beaver Certified program with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. You mean just Chevys and Toyotas, right? Nope, all of them. Nissans? Yep. Fords? That's right. Hondas? You bet. What about all of them? And if you want to see all of them, come see us at Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville.
Is your roof ready to weather the storm? Don't take chances with your home safety. Trust the experts at Universal Roof and Contract. Get peace of mind knowing your home is protected from the elements. They'll ensure your roof is in top shape to handle anything Mother Nature throws its way. Right now, get 10% off a re-roof or repairs, plus a free wind mitigation with a full roof replacement. Call 855-ROOF-HELP or click universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
How nice would it be not to worry about your AC unit for 10 years? What? Vaughn's Heating and Air, standing by their units for 10 years. Imagine not having to think about your AC unit for a decade. Vaughn's 10-year warranty covers the parts, labor, and refrigerant. Basically everything. No fictional problems that will cost thousands. This is legit. An AC unit with no repair costs. Wouldn't that be nice? So remember, if your AC unit won't turn on, just call Vaughn's. That's Vaughn's Heating and Air.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a Dandy. And do it today.
Go inside your home team's locker room with Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline.
Check out my blog at 1010xl.com
so you can catch all the news and nuggets you need to know.
My blog is brought to you by Roland Reese Plumbing,
where quality and experience count.
When you're a little kid on the playground, they tell you don't hit back. Well, the courtroom isn't a playground. And if you've suffered an injury or death in your family, I'm here to tell you it's okay to hit back and fight to make them pay. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we understand all the pain and emotion that comes with being wrong. And we've dedicated our lives to making things right for people like you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here from Helmets and Heels for Big Chief Tire. And if you're looking for quality tires that won't break the bank, they've got you covered. With 5 convenient locations around town, Big Chief keeps Jacks rolling. Right now, they're offering $50 off a new set of tires. It's the perfect time to upgrade before you hit the road for summer vacation. Head over to BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 today to take advantage of this incredible deal. That's Big Chief Tire, 904-932-0950.
Denny Thompson here. Tackle burglars and protect your turf. Give yourself peace of mind catching everything around your home with Tyson Sound and Security's cutting-edge surveillance cameras. For safety and convenience, Tyson has you covered for all home cameras and security systems. I'm talking HD recording, night vision, and remote alerts all from your phone or computer. Call Tyson Sound and Security right now at 904-762-1000. Tyson Sound and Security. Security and automation experts.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Mystic Cornhole Company builds the best high-quality custom boards right here in Jax. Perfect for weddings, tailgating, your business, a day at the beach, and a great gift idea for you-know-who. See their designs at mysticcornholecompany.com.
Coverage and analysis of the 2024 off-season workouts on 1010XL is brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter, Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, it's Joe C. And when you want to enhance your outdoor space, visit my friends at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. They have everything you need, including true flame grills. Visit their showroom or schedule a free home estimate at cssoutdoor.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's ring up another guest on the All-Pro Roofing phone line.
Well, the Sharks took it on the chin this weekend. Give Coach Gibbs credit, man. He's still grinding, still trying to figure things out. It's got to be tough.
I mean, I feel for you, Coach. I'm not trying to be,
Probably
patronizing in any way at all, but I'm sure there's a search going on and a commitment that continues. But here, week to week, it's still finding your footing. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. Phil, I feel like the harder you work. I don't think I've ever worked as hard in my life. So.
Yeah.
But,
well, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, it was, I thought we had a lot of good things this week. That was a really good team. You got to figure Arizona's a good team. They're a top-tier team in the league.
Sure.
They are one of the top coaches in the league, and the quarterback's the Arena Cup or whatever MVP of the championship game last year, and he played well. We were 34-35 at halftime. I thought we were playing well, but then a couple mistakes here and there. We just still got a young team, and we still got a lot of guys new to this game, and we're close. Doesn't matter to me. Close doesn't doesn't get you the dub, but you keep building and you keep grinding and you keep getting the right guys here. The fan base was great. It was a great crowd that night. Holy cow, so much fun.
You got within, you competed
point at half, wasn't
it? 48-41 in the second half at one point, and like you say, you make a mistake here or there, and it's you get penalized, man, in arena. That's for sure.
Yeah, just one or two mistakes here or there, and you just turn around, and you're like, you got to be kidding me. And so we just got to keep eliminate that. We just keep focusing on discipline and practice. We keep focusing on the right guys and paying attention to detail. And like I said, we got a lot of young guys. I don't have many players from the championship team, but it's a whole nother league, a whole nother everything. And so you just keep working.
Are you happy with the mentality that your guys are keeping? I mean, it's tough on everyone, right? It's hard on the coach. It's hard on players. You got young players trying to find their way in a career. So, I mean, how has that process been?
The locker room's good. Now, they're not happy. We're not in here, listening to music before practice. I don't allow none of that stuff. So, but you got to focus. And as crazy as it is, I've never been through this adversity. Obviously, my coach has never been. And so when you go through this, it's either hopefully one day we're going to look back on this 5, 6, 7 years down the road when we're rolling through this and God, I remember that year, and you can build on it. That's how you have to look at it. That's how winners are made. Is you have to sometimes dig deep and take it on the chin. And a lot of these teams have done it before in this league. I mean, all these teams that have come into the league, from what the coaches are telling me, have kind of gone through the same thing. And I got coaches reaching out to me like, "You'll be fine." I went through the same thing, and I appreciate those phone calls, but it doesn't help right now. I can tell you that.
I hear you.
But
You've been through. Talk to me about. It seems like at any level the quarterback play is important. So talk to me about that part of it and how important it is in your league and where you are with your quarterback play this year.
Yeah, it's important in flag football. It's important in NFL. It is the key position. We made some changes. We got 2 rookie guys, man, that are trying to figure it out. I don't have league MVPs and a ton of vets, and we decided to do that. That's on me. We wanted to develop players and teach young players the game, and we made a commitment to that. I had talked to the ownership about it, and we're taking it on the chin right now for going that route. Now down the road, are these guys veterans that everybody's like, oh wow, I remember when? I hope so. But that's what I enjoy about coaching is finding young players and teaching them the game, teaching them the nuances, and they're learning. But quarterback plays tough. I thought Nkosi had an outstanding game from a leadership standpoint. I can't even imagine how many yards he ran for. And Fred does a good job too. So we're just still trying to figure out, which direction we're going and what our strengths are. It's not necessarily what my strengths are, it's what their strengths are. And I think that's what good coaches do, and we're still figuring that out.
You hit on one thing that, from this standpoint, and we'll remind everyone, you got another home game this weekend. You got a long, loyal, history with this fan base, you being the Sharks. I know they're still excited. There's only X amount of opportunities this summer. This, doesn't look like it's going to be a year we're having a parade of floats downtown. But nonetheless, it's still an intriguing, fun, fast-paced football product in the summer, and another chance coming up this Saturday night, and hopefully it ends in a W for you guys.
Well, it was a good game. I mean, it was one of the most exciting games of the season. I mean, that thing was back and forth until, one or two mistakes there at the end and kind of got away from us. But, what a fan base, what a crowd. And you know what? Our fans deserve the best. So I'm not shying away from it. And, that's what drives me the most. And, of course, they want to win, and I want to win. But there's a big game this Saturday against Tulsa. That's the one we got. I think tickets 904-621-0700. It's supposed to be a really good crowd again. I just can't say enough about the fans. And after the game and the kids, the autographs, there's so much going on. But we've got to get these wins. We've got to translate this hard work into wins. And it'll get there. It's just, hopefully we're having this conversation.
Well, maybe we'll see it this week, as you said.
Keep grinding, Coach. Keep grinding.
All right,
Appreciate you, Coach. Have a good week. We'll talk to you next week. That's Sharks head coach Jason Gibson on the All-Pro Roofing Hotline. Sharks back home this weekend.
I have updated cap space for each team with post-June 1st cap added. The Patriots have $46.4 million. The Commanders have $43.4. The Lions have $40.3. The Cardinals have $35.5. And the Jags are fifth at $34.1.
About to chew up a lot of that with number 16.
I guess so.
But they should listen. To your point, man, $36 million. I mean, the rookie class doesn't cost anything. You could go pay a big name guy 1 year $20 million if you wanted.
Yeah, I hope so.
I do agree with you on one thing. I'm not quite as liberal with it as you are. But I do agree I mean, look, it's a year-to-year league. If you're anywhere near having anywhere near an opportunity to contend, then go for it. Especially if it doesn't set you back 5 years, and I don't think this will. So
spend it up to the cap, baby.
All right, there you go. Nothing like some cap numbers taking us off to break. This is The Drill. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback Divorce Men Only.
9 o'clock nasty.
Oh, please no.
You on deck, E?
Oh, boy.
All right.
Oh, wow. That's huge.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Now, another classic moment in Jags history.
And it's intercepted. Mathis has got it. He's going back the other way at the 40-yard line. Looking for a block. He's got it. Rasheen down the sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown.
1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, stop paying for exterior paint that doesn't protect your home or business. Hicken here for my friends at Rhino Shield. Man, those beautifully durable coatings. And I'm telling you, they're beautiful and they're durable. They never chip, crack, or peel. You want that backed up? They back it up. 25-year warranty. Who does that? Rhino Shield. Prevents unsightly mold, mildew, and algae. Prevents water intrusion from those crazy storms that we get in Northeast Florida. Fights salt corrosion, Class A fire rating. And by the way, that's while saving you thousands compared to the cost of repainting over and over again. Getting 0% financing, up to 20% off right now. Great low pricing. Never been easier to paint your home with Rhino Shield. Take the first step today. Get your free estimate at rhinoshieldjax.com. Go to rhinoshieldjax.com. Sign up and get that free estimate and enjoy.
Now that's what I call high quality H2O. If you want high quality water throughout your home, call your local water boy. We install equipment to solve any water problem. Waterboyjax.com.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. Don't be surprised if Tank Bigsby has a big year for the Jaguars. The second-year running back out of Auburn. I thought it got in his head a little bit last year. He fumbled in the preseason and never really got it out of his head. But boy, does he look good. Don't get me wrong, Travis Etienne's the starting running back. He's a very good running back. He's a 1,000-yard running back. But boy, I think Tank Bigsby is an awful good guy to come in from time to time. Look for Tank to have a big year. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealerships. It's time for Bravo Rama at Nimnik Buick GMC. Frank Frangie here. Find your next vehicle with Car Bravo, a better way to shop certified used vehicles online with transparent pricing. Save big this month with $1,000 customer cash on Car Bravo certified light-duty full-size pickup trucks and 0% APR. That's right, 0% on select Car Bravo certified vehicles. Get it all at Nimnik. Your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
Did you know Duck Duck Rooter is the area's go-to plumber? A 5-star Google-rated company, Duck Duck Rooter can take care of all of your plumbing repairs and upgrades. Need to switch from septic over to city sewer? Call the Duck. How about water heater repairs and replacement? You're just a duck away, or call away, for Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
This is Hayes Carlion for QC Kinetics. Are you not able to enjoy this summer as much as you want because of joint pain? Well, give my friends at QC Kinetics a call at 904-274-5522 for a free consultation. They're serving the Jacksonville area with locations in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra Beach. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics advanced treatments harness your own body's ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue so you can walk, run, hike, play golf, move again, pain-free. Their advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. Stop putting it off. Take action now and live your best life again. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation, 904-274-5522 in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra. That is QC Kinetics.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Did you know a metal roof from Prime Roofing has the highest wind and impact ratings available? If you want a stronger roof, think metal. Think Prime Roofing. Learn more at primeroofingfl.com. That's primeroofingfl.com.
Hey guys, this is David Garrard, and I want to tell you about Clearwater Irrigation. They put my new sprinkler system in my new home at Jack's Beach, and I couldn't be happier. Oh, hey John.
What's up, Dave? You know what this means. You're going to have to sing.
Man, I can't sing.
Then you'll fit right in, buddy. Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers. Hit it, Dave.
And drainage, too.
ClearwaterJacks.com.
Hacker here, and I just got back from a cruise to the Caribbean, and it was incredible. I actually saw a few folks from Jacksonville who recognized me, and did they want to talk sports? Nope. They complimented my weight and how I look so different after dropping 65 pounds with Awaken 180 weight loss. I even had strangers that overheard some of those conversations that started asking me about Awaken 180. I took some fantastic pictures with my family that I would have otherwise avoided because of my weight. If you're overweight, you know what I mean. I knew I was going to go off the program for a bit because, hey, I deserved it. But my Awaken 180 coach had my back. She showed me how to take a break for 9 days and not put all the weight back on. It was easy. I ate all sorts of food, but the difference? I didn't keep going back for seconds and thirds. My body didn't need it. The kicker? I didn't gain a single pound because my metabolism is on fire. If you want a program that works and coaches that understand, do what we all did and go to Awaken180weightloss.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Expectations for the Jaguar defense are high for next season. Defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen says it's about developing.
We want to develop. We're in a profession of development.
Right. Florida Panthers advanced to their second straight Stanley Cup final by defeating the New York Rangers for the Eastern Conference title. They will meet with the Edmonton Oilers, who put away the Dallas Stars on Sunday evening. A ninth-inning rally was not enough for the Jacksonville Jaguars Jumbo Shrimp, who fell for the 5th straight time to the Durham Bulls Sunday afternoon at home. Jacksonville will travel to Charlotte to face off against the Knights starting Tuesday. Game time is 6:35. In Major League Baseball, the Rays took a victory over the Baltimore Orioles. The Marlins lost to the Texas Rangers. And that's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 9:07, it's 79 degrees. Time and temper brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Just can't say too much.
Back to the show. We're getting ready to kick off this walk-off charities tournament. At least Frank is getting ready to send the boys off. We got to talk a little lower now.
Well, I'm going to say this too.
Yes.
Sometimes for these type things, they'll play like a national anthem. So if they play the national anthem case, we're going to have to just either go to break or be quiet for a second or whatever it is. Can't talk during the national anthem.
Yes, sir. 100%.
Just can't do it. It's 100%. So I'm just they're trying to get this
alerting
thing
the
so
affiliates.
Frank can just talk. So
Yeah.
that I'm not afraid to talk over.
Yeah, I would just scream if I were Frank.
So you were saying going to break.
There's a couple of things I want to talk about. I want to talk about the U.S. Women's Open won by Sasso.
Yeah, Mark Sasso's sister.
No relation. I think it's Yuri.
Do you remember Mark Sasso?
Oh yeah, but it was a challenging. They called it Beauty and the Beast, the course.
Okay.
And one of the things I was watching a little bit of Golf Channel pre one of the days.
Okay.
They got a potential star on the broadcast circuit.
Why?
She's funny. She's glib. She's got a great accent. Her name is Mel Reed, and
is she Australian or something? When you
English.
Say okay,
and I believe. And my boy Batten was telling me about her. I think she lives in Atlantic Beach, but I'm not positive. I haven't confirmed that.
Oh.
But he thinks she lives in Atlantic Beach, and she's terrific, by the way. Like I would get her and put her on. There's a lady sportscaster who can talk the game of golf and would be terrific with the. She has personality, dude. I dig. You know me. I like the personal.
Well, when Amanda moves into the McElroy home, she could take that job.
That would be fine. Just continues on. Anyway,
this is how I break stories, Hick. I just have to drop them in.
She interviewed him yesterday, by the way.
I know she did.
Yeah.
I saw.
There was no little fluttering of the eyes. Anyway.
Oh, so
I'm saying there's nothing there.
Oh yeah, 100% there's something.
Yeah,
there.
I'm saying.
1,000,000% there's something there.
All right,
yeah.
But anyway,
I've confirmed that now. From
I understand.
3 inside the ropes people. I've triple sourced it, Nick. I'm not even kidding. Triple sourced.
I heard. I don't know.
I'm just telling you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
I'll put you on the phone with one of my sources, and you'll be a believer real quick.
Okay, so this Mel Reed girl does a terrific job.
Okay.
That's one. But then I also saw this feature, and I liked it on Twitter, of my new favorite women's golfer, Charlie Hull.
She's the one that was dangling the smoke out the side, just ripping bullets at the LPGA event.
Ripping them, and she talked about it yesterday in her post-interview, and she was laughing about it. She says, she's English, so she's got to.
She's European, you know.
She's like, my hands were full. What do you want me to do? I'm just,
dangling.
They're asking me for autographs.
1950s pool player or something.
Yeah. So anyway, but she's a pretty young lady. Very glamorous.
I can never see how these dudes, hardly anyone smokes cigarettes anymore. You'll still find cigar smokers on the golf course, and these dudes that can hit a golf ball with a cigar or cigarette in their mouth is amazing to me.
Yeah,
it's coming all up in your nostrils.
I always like the when they hold it, cup the heater. Yeah, they cup it, and they just kind of hold off to the side, we don't know you're smoking.
Yeah.
I mean, you stink the high hell of cigarettes.
Well, that was a all-pro move for the baseball players back in the day.
Yes.
They'd sit in the dugout like that.
Jimmy Leland, too. Jimmy Leland, Earl Weaver,
Keith Hernandez.
Yeah. Dick Allen.
Yeah.
All of them.
Are there any smokers in Major League Baseball right now, do you think? Is anyone tugging on a cigarette?
Well, Murph told me Yo used to fire up heaters.
Yeah, that's a while ago, though.
Yeah. Well, that's not that long ago.
Yeah.
But, yes, I would say there probably are.
Although back in the day, too, you'd also see these dudes with these straws of tobacco. No one chews tobacco anymore. They must use the pouches, Hick. The nicotine pouch. Yeah.
The Zin.
All right.
I changed subjects now anyway, but I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the Charlie Hull stuff. It was a tough course. It was carnage out there at the top of the leaderboard, so if you watched any of it, it was interesting.
I was watching – the golf that I watched was the PGA Tour.
That's fine. With all that said, I shift gears to this kid, C.J. Stroud. I've let it slide, but now
I try to tell you, Dan. This is an unlikable cat if you're a Jaguar fan. He is a cocky, acts like he's Patrick Mahomes, dude.
Where is
E?
E?
I don't know. He's probably off doing, some sort of business for somebody.
I needed him to listen to this because I wanted to, there he is. I wanted to see what he thought of it. So I'm going to wait for a second, but I'm going to set up. C.J. Stroud has said a couple things lately. Remember, he was on the pivot with Freddie.
He said a lot of things, and it's not just lately. All offseason, he acts like they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So anyway, let's play. Casey has it. I saw it on Twitter. I don't know if it was on a podcast or what, and I don't know the whole. But he just starts talking about how great he is. Let's take a listen. To
how
CJ.
great he is.
Yeah, let's
interesting.
listen to CJ. All right, young.
Like my boy EJ, Speed. But it's a ton of dudes. It's not just EJ. He with my agent. And I tell him this to his face. I ain't even tripping. But, like, a lot of dudes come to these podcasts, like, oh, yeah, I'm coming to hit. I'm going to hit CJ in his face. I'm going to get him next year. Why don't you do something? Like, where I'm from, we say, why ain't you do something where you was mad at? You was mad right there, man. Do something. Right. You could have made hella plays, bro. You could have made plays, dog. Right. You could have shut me up right there, but you didn't. Right. So what make you think you're going to do it now? And if you do, I'm going to come back, bro, for real. This ain't for no play, bro. I'm like, come on, man.
Got him in that mode.
You got me going. But you know what I'm saying? Though, it's like, this is the mode I've been waiting to get. I'm going to slam CJ on his head. Like, man. You should have did that then, bro. Right. Now we're going to have another opportunity, and we played him first game of the year. Ooh. I'm excited. The coach. We play him after they play. It's going to be rocking. Indy hates me already, and I love it. So.
He's talking about Indy. He's talking about the pocket. He's talking about guys talking smack in the pocket all the time. And he's like, for real, man, I'll tell you this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, humble CJ?
I think if you listen to C.J. Stroud and Houston fans and NFL media, you would think that C.J. Stroud last year had 38 touchdowns, 6 picks. That's what you would think.
Yeah.
And it was like 19-3, or it was like Garrard. It wasn't Mahomes, it was Garrard.
I'm not taking anything away from the kid.
Me either, but settle down, dude.
But boy, oh boy,
settle down.
He was talking that talk.
He's talking that talk. He was talking that talk.
And good for him. He just better back it up.
He better back it up.
You say good for him, okay? Tell me the dominant championship-winning quarterback who was publicly cocky.
Lamar wasn't like that after he won MVP.
Tell me who he was.
Well, that's clearly that's CJ's personality.
Well, and that personality don't work according to history. Not a damn one, because there have been plenty of cocky quarterbacks. Tell me the one that won. Greatness ain't got to tell anybody is my point. Peyton Manning didn't have to tell anybody how great he was. Tom Brady don't tell anybody how great he is. They just go win. Patrick Mahomes isn't telling anybody how great he is.
I think it just so happens that all the great ones, they just weren't talkers, because I'm sure there'll be a talker that wins.
Yeah. I think that they're talkers. I just think they're smart enough to not go on national podcasts.
I think we've learned a lot from Brady
right,
since he got underneath the Belichick
By the way,
umbrella, and you can see, and he is a talker.
Yeah, Brady a talker.
Listen to me. Don't get me wrong. Everything that C.J. Stroud is saying, I'm cool between the lines.
Yeah.
Telling the guy across, y'all come get me, you ain't gonna get me. That's part of it. I get it.
It's the podcast,
but when you
shows.
when you go on, it's just too. Again, it probably doesn't matter. It really probably doesn't. It's not gonna make him play anywhere. It doesn't make him. It's just. And maybe this is a generational scream at the clouds.
I think that is.
I'm so tired of listening to these people talk about this. This generation, all they do is tell you how great they are. It's old.
True.
It's just, and I don't know if that's a social media thing or we've just lost all reality, and that it's not how you judge yourself, it's how others judge you. I mean, that's how, it doesn't matter if I think I'm the best free throw shooter in the world. Well, okay, I better go win the world record then.
I think it's just put in our face more because, like, Bird was a talker.
Yeah.
Jordan was a talker, but they didn't have social media.
And they also
didn't have the podcast.
And they won.
And they did.
They won. C.J. Stroud acts like he went to the damn Super Bowl last year. That's all. And maybe he's that guy. And they've certainly given him a ton of – he's got a lot more than Trevor has to work with. That's for doggone sure. So you should win more games. You should be better. You should be the favorite. You got Dell and Diggs and Schultz and Collins and Mixon. And Tunsil.
Yeah.
So, you should be a lot better there, tough guy. So let's see how good you are, big mouth. I'd like for one of them Jags to put a helmet right here. That's what I want.
Yeah, we got to do it.
Yeah, one right here. Maybe tip of the tongue, too. Settle that thing down for a couple of weeks.
That would do it.
Go ahead. Good luck there, Mr. All-American. You're the best, buddy. Nice job at Baltimore, by the way. You really showed them what a difference-making rookie you are when they held you to 10 of 30 passing. Yeah, you were the stud, all right. How'd that Raven take to your big trash talk?
Oh, dear.
Man, we started that, by the way. We really did. The Jags started that. He was already pretty good, and we let him come into Jacksonville in the early to midseason and beat us.
Yeah.
So we got that whole train rolling. But he is annoying, man.
Well, that game wasn't any. Wasn't that like a?
I'm just saying, his win, it was a win.
Yeah.
It was a win for them there. No, I know he
Yes.
didn't have a big game against us. No, I'm not saying that. That's where we gave up a fullback, ran a kickback.
Oh, gosh.
How's that one go?
I forgot.
For the record, 19-33 for 175 in the playoff game. Ravens 34-10.
For Stroud? I
Yeah.
think he was worse than that. Are you sure? You're looking at it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah, so, but yeah, 34-10 your final. It was 10-10 at the half, and then the Ravens shut them out in the second half, 24-0. So domination by the Baltimore Ravens. I just thought that's interesting going forward and looking at it, and he just continues to.
I mean, he's confident. Listen, this again.
It's okay.
This doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It just annoys me. And a lot of people like that. There's probably Texas fans that love it, so I'm fine with it. And in all fairness, if one of our Jaguars was saying the same thing, we'd be attaboy.
Yeah.
So I get it. I just slightly annoyed.
Caitlin Clark got whacked this weekend, and
I would kick that girl out of the league.
I don't know what exactly is going on, but there's some stuff going on with her. She had a terrible game yesterday, by the way. She got hurt. She was 1 of 10.
Yesterday
yesterday
was a legal clean screen.
I didn't even see it.
Well, she got a screen from a big body girl, but the girl was sitting there for 5 minutes. That was on her awareness. But the day before, the girl took a 2-step crow hop, shoulder chank, and called her a B. What's wrong with you?
There's some weird things going on in the WNBA. Another thing I noticed that somebody told me is that Indiana's played 11 games in 20 days.
Yeah, she's on. They're on every night.
Vegas has played 6. So, I mean, we're a little off.
Yeah, what is that?
The schedule makers haven't been very – I mean, gee whiz, they're grinding them up pretty quick, Just played a whole year of college basketball. But anyway, it was a big talker on social media because obviously it's one side against the other, whose side you're on and all this nonsense.
Well, what sides are there, Dan?
Well, there's a lot defending.
How?
Just because of how you term what happened. Was it this? Was it racist? Was it that?
Well, I'm just talking about the dirty play that I don't care why you. I don't think it's racism. I think it's jealousy. It's pettiness. I'm not saying it's race. It could have been anyone that did it. I don't care about that. And it's also, and this is the bigger thing. And again, if I'm the WNBA commissioner, well, first of all, I quit my job because I hate the WNBA. But if I'm in charge of those,
and then the
ladies,
girl wouldn't answer questions.
She's
after
a jerk.
The press conference.
She's a nasty little jerk.
Angel Reese.
She didn't do anything. Caitlin Clark didn't do anything to her.
Angel Reese
of course she did, because she's a thug.
So there's a lot of.
I mean, I just don't get it, dude. It's just, and you know what's sad about it? The reason she has more attention than y'all is because she's been better. If Chinity Carter had gone to college and broke the scoring records and taken a team that's never been anywhere somewhere, then she would have been a big name and a big star.
We got a new deal. For Justin Jefferson.
Oh, yeah?
Minnesota Vikings have agreed to terms.
Now we're 24th.
Yeah.
I was talking about
Christian Kirk.
Remember that contract that we were so opposed to?
He's definitely number one.
4 years, $140 million. 110 in guarantees.
Wow.
Still only 24 years old. Jefferson now the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history.
Wow.
33 and a half?
Which you knew he would be. So
that's about 30. Because A.J. Brown's 32 and a half. That must be 33 and a half, maybe 34.
4 years, 140 million.
Guaranteed.
110 guaranteed.
110
140 divided by 4 is going to be 30 and leave you 20. 5. That's $35 million a year.
There's no reason why he won't see all of it. So, yeah.
And by the way, the salary cap, if the NFL were smart, they would just keep raising that salary cap. Don't cause any problems with the players. They just keep printing money.
He gets $89 million handed to him when he signs it.
Whoa!
Off the rip.
Do we give enough credit for athletes who still try when they get that kind of money?
$89 million.
Right. It'd be easy. Wouldn't it be awful easy to mail it in for some people?
Like Tyreek got his money. He's still balling.
He's still playing, still trying. Right. I guess that's where you need your guy to have some ego. That's why you need
Who'd you
CJ
say, Tyreek?
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, he has to.
Wow.
All the babies.
He's got 10 kids.
Yeah, that's fair.
4 mamas.
That's right.
JJ is $1 million ahead of whom quarterback on a per year basis.
It's Watt.
Nope.
Oh, it's not AJ Brown.
Nope.
Not Watt.
Nick Bosa.
Okay.
Nick Bosa, $34 million. Justin Jefferson, $35 million. Oh my!
And you think that's what he went there and negotiate? I want to be the highest non-paid quarterback.
I don't know. How important was that part of it to him, or was it just the money?
I think he wants to be the highest paid receiver. That's how those guys roll, and he should make more than AJ Brown's good. He ain't Justin Jefferson good.
Handful of guys who, and it always stands out, but there's just a handful of guys who hit these deals. But
we need our guy. You know what we need in 3 years for to be talking about BTJ's, $40 million. We might be the first $40 million. This guy's been unbelievable.
We were talking on TV last night, and we were talking about the receivers.
Putting down the rock and roll?
Yeah.
And need to send a donation.
It would really help the Jags if BTJ could be Randy Moss's rookie year.
Why not?
By the way, they were picked in the same area, right?
Yeah.
So, and
same as Jefferson, maybe even the same pick.
And again,
close.
I mean, he had one of the best rookie receiver seasons ever. So,
and then Jefferson almost matched it, didn't he?
But that would be. That's kind of what you hope for. That's kind of what you need to see if you're the Jags. That's the guy. Why can't he, Jeff? Why can't he be the best receiver in the draft?
There's no reason why he can't.
Like, why can't we? Well, there is a reason, because we picked him, and our history sucks. Sorry, Judy Bug. So that's the only scary part to me. But that starts to make a franchise great. That gets you out of that middle part, and it's good to be in the middle part. Don't get me wrong.
For a while, yeah.
But we want to get up to the great part. We want to get that 1 year where. This team could go either way, right? In my opinion. I don't think you think that, Jeff. I think you think they're guaranteed to have 10 wins.
No, I don't think they're guaranteed.
Okay.
No.
I think they go either way.
Uh-huh.
I think they're capable of winning 11 games and making a run in January. I think they're capable of going 9-8 again and be outside looking in. I think
then that's what to me 9-8 is not going both ways. That's a good year where you didn't do good enough. I'm not talking. I don't think they can be 5.
All right, then
I don't think they can be 6-11. I don't think they can be. They can be 7-10. I just don't think this has this team doesn't have the ability to just fall apart like Marone's teams did.
Well, if they got barring injury. But here's the rhetoric on that statement. They're in the playoffs or they're not in the playoffs. And I think they go either way.
Well, to me, that's a little bit better than middle ground, but okay. We're getting into semantics. I'm not positive they'll be in the playoffs, but I think they will. But again, I've got them winning. What do I have them, 11 or 12?
I think you had them 11.
Yeah, I think they'll win 11. And you look at the schedule, that looks manageable. But if the same things that happened to them this year or the same things that happened to them last year happened to them this year, I don't know. But we had this conversation, I think it was off air. And they're not excuses, and it doesn't matter. Because he's going to get a longer contract. It's not like his future is being vetted. But I would expect Trevor Lawrence, given the exact same obstacles, to do better than he did a year ago, to learn from that. And even if you lost the offensive line and the receivers and everything else, I don't care. Find a way. That's the next step, too.
Guggen's always come through. Mel actually lives closer to me as a member at AB. Folks play a lot of golf with her, absolutely love her. So
yeah.
Mel Reed, golf
discovering
future star.
Talent.
I'm calling it right now. Calling my shot.
Randy Moss went 21st overall. 21st. Justin Jefferson went 22nd. Our own BTJ 23.
Yeah. Give me do you have their numbers, their rookie numbers? Give me Randy Moss and JJ's rookie numbers. And again, listen, I'm just saying that. I'm not like putting out this expectation or something like that. But I'm just saying, hey man, that would be nice to have a year like.
Yeah.
And if he does get 60 for 805 touchdowns, that's fine.
Is he the number one receiver? Would you say? Is that what he should be this year? Or is that so? Does it matter? I mean, because if he's the number one receiver,
he needs to be eventually.
Well, I'll say this, Dan.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence's last 2 years with a bevy of talent, dudes catch 80, 90 balls.
Oh yeah.
So I think 60 would be a major disappointment.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as they throw and as much as even considering Ingram's impact, what didn't we have 80 for Zay and Christian Kirk 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And didn't Ridley catch like 90 last year? What did Ridley have last year? 90?
Did he have 88 or 90?
I mean, but he's up there.
Yeah,
and that seemed like it just I mean, is it okay to expect Brian Thomas Jr. to do what Ridley did?
I hope so.
Right.
So Randy Moss's rookie year, he started 11 games.
Yeah.
69 receptions.
Yeah.
1,300 yards. 17 touchdowns.
It's the touchdown. But only 69 catches, but it was also a little different game. They weren't throwing it 40 times a game then either.
Yeah. Justin Jefferson, he started 14 games, 88 catches, 1,400 yards.
Better.
Did I cut off his touchdowns?
That's like 16 touchdowns, I think.
Yeah, I cut off his touchdowns.
Did you? You can't get him? Oh. Yeah, I'd take I'd split the difference, and I'll take it right now. Give me 75 and 15 touchdowns.
Keenan Allen, A.J. Brown. I'm just looking at guys who had great rookie years, receivers.
7 touchdowns for J.J. his rookie year.
Yeah, that's not that many, but
1,400 yards.
Certainly not terrible.
Puka had a heck of a rookie year, I think.
Maybe the best.
Yeah,
107 last year. No, I'll tell you another one. Anquan Bolden had it 109 or something.
Arizona.
Anquan Bolden's like Hall of Fame, it didn't last long, did it? Like when Anquan Bolden retired, don't you think he was like a borderline Hall of Famer?
I thought he would have been in there.
But doesn't seem like he's being presented like that,
absolutely.
right? He's not making the cut and all that, so he won't make it, right?
But that's what we need, man. We need one of those years.
And we also need a big play guy. We haven't had a big play guy since Jimmy.
Justin's granddaddy, Johnny Jefferson. You remember him with the San Diego Chargers?
Sure.
He had a heck of a rookie year.
John Jefferson had those goggles, one of those first guys to wear those goggles.
I like John Jefferson, Wes Chandler, and Winslow.
Joyner.
Anquan had 101 for 1,308 touchdowns.
Anquan's first game, he had like 16 for 200. They played at Detroit, I remember. My memory's stupid. Sports are too important.
How about Bullet Bob Hayes? 21.8 yards a catch his rookie year.
Huh.
NFL most 12 touchdown passes. That was a little bit different time too, man. Jamar Chase had a good rookie year. So these guys, there's a bunch of them, but that's what we need.
Chase was 83?
I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
But those are the, and just
and it's fair to expect that, Dan.
Yeah.
We have a huge hole at receiver. We have a pass-first offense, and you're going to have all kinds of plays there to be made. All kinds of plays. So go make them. Come back for our final segment here on this Monday morning quarterback. Thanks for being up and at 'em with us as we broadcast live from the Dailies Walk-Off Charities event here out at Deercreek. And one more segment to go here for the morning drill, and it's coming up next on 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Believe in the unbelievable.
Unbelievable!
1010XL.
I can't believe it! I can't believe it!
We're hearing is believing.
Unbelievable!
At Hodges Mazda, we are proud of our solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. Lauren Brooks here. As your hometown Mazda dealer, our high customer service standards and our huge inventory of new and used cars provide our customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Our professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And every vehicle purchased from Hodges Mazda comes with 2 years free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Hey, certainly facing some interesting economic times. I can't speak for all of us, but comforting for me to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. I'm not an expert when it comes to investing, higher interest rates, 401ks, SEP IRAs. You tell me. I found guys I can trust, and I know I trust them because as I move closer to retirement, my money grows, and that's because of Chris Bryant, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, and Reed Wingate. And not just me, from Junebug to Drew, 3 generations of Hickens invest at ITP Partners, and they listen and give us each individualized strategies where our goals are the priority. Financial need or question, Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 312-9751. That's 312-9751. ITP Partners, my financial partners for life.
Hold on tight because All Pro Roofing is unleashing some electrifying news. Brace yourselves for instant excitement. Instant Roof Quotes are here. Simply surf over to their website and hit the Instant Roof Quote tab. Boom! That's your ticket to a lightning-fast estimate. Head over to allproroofingllc.com. Click that Instant Roof Quote tab. What are you waiting for? Click on the Instant Roof Quote tab today at allproroofingllc.com.
License number CCC 1327056.
CDC 060138.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. One of the biggest changes we've seen in fine jewelry over the last 25 years has been the growth of jewelry designers. At Underwoods, we're the leader, bringing to North Florida the best names in designer jewelry. In fact, we carry designer lines in a similar way to how clothing stores carry designer labels. The difference is that jewelry designers have to be a little more timeless in their presentations because nobody wants to buy a fine piece of jewelry only to find out the next year it's gone out of style. That's why you'll find at Underwood's the best of the jewelry designer names, those that are tried and true and popular. Names like David Yerman, Roberto Coin, John Hardy, Marco Bichigo, Jude Francis, Lagos, Hippolyta, and a lot more are all available right now at Underwood's. So if you want the best looks in designer jewelry, stop by Underwood's, San Marco, Avondale, or the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Nothing has a 10-year warranty except for a new AC unit from Vons. V-O-N-S. Vons Amazing 10. This is legit. A full 10-year warranty. It covers parts, labor, and refrigerant. That's an unmatched commitment they make to their customers, while others will charge extra for weekend and same-day emergencies. Not at Vons. No extra charges. Just great service when you need it, whether your unit needs to be repaired or replaced. Remember, if your AC won't turn on, just call Vons.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
It's not training camp, but it is the start of a new season. Listen for 1010XL's coverage of organized team activities and minicamp.
Go, here we go.
Brought to you by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T, and the NBA playoffs are here, and it's the perfect time to elevate your game with MyBookie. With MyBookie, you can bet from anywhere, anytime, so you'll never miss a shot of making that straight cash, homie. You can even live stream and bet on the game right from the sportsbook, giving you everything you'll need to decide. Cash out or let it ride. MyBookie really makes it easy to get paid with tons of boosted props and slam dunk parlays. And new boosts are now posted on the daily. It's more than just a sports book. Buzzer beaters, underdog upsets, and a community to share in all of the sweats. Give yourself a head start today by using promo code 1010XL when you make your first deposit. That's 1010XL to claim a limited time bonus when you sign up and make your first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
The time to buy an emergency generator is before you need it, not when you're sitting in the dark. Storms happen in a hurry in Florida, so be prepared. Protect your family and property with American Electrical Contracting. Call them today, 737-7770.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
And we're back! Hanging out here at beautiful Deercreek. I was wondering this. I just used the restroom in the men's locker room. Mm-hmm. And you know how at every club you got all the little plaques up there? I'm curious as to, like, who in Jacksonville at all these different clubs has won their event.
Like their member,
like
club championship.
Senior net, whatever. But 15,
more than
20 years in a row.
Okay.
Is there somebody?
No, not that
Is there
many
an
years.
Iron Man of a club?
No, but I will say this. Mm-hmm. I think the better question is, who is that guy? Mm-hmm. I think there's a lot of that guy in from this standpoint. There's probably a lot of clubs around town that have a name that appears a lot more than any other name.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's one guy who appears more than all of them combined. So I think it's more. What would be more interesting is what's the number. And also, how do you define it?
Yeah.
Like I would go, if it were me, and I'm not a country club guy, so some of the others may be more important.
Right.
But if it were me, I'd go member guest, member, club championship. Those only 3 I count.
Yeah.
Because you got a 4-ball,
Yeah,
and
sure,
you got
sure.
all kinds of other things. But
Yeah.
if you go member guest, member, club championship, I'd say the number is 15.
15 to, yeah.
I just know, like, Palencia, I don't know the names of the people, but when I go into a club, I'll look at that. And there's especially these runs.
Yeah.
Like
right,
a guy will have like
right,
an 8-year run,
right.
and you'll see his name 5 times
Right,
at different
right.
events.
I was just curious if there's like one guy, though, who's, the folklore about him at that particular club is off the charts,
I do think just about every club has one of those guys that they think is the best guy there,
Right,
but I
but
don't
there's
know
one
if there's a folklore status guy because it's just become, I think more mainstream.
Yeah. I just, he could beat anybody at the club except old Billy Newman.
Right.
Billy, I'll never forget Billy. He went 7 birdies in a row to close them out. That one time he had won 14 in a row, and then he, just something like that. I'm sure that each club has its story, but I was always wondering, like, who would be the all-timer, the all-time guy. That would be fun. We got a pickleball tournament coming up here.
We do?
Yeah, a week from Friday, I believe. Is that
Are you
correct,
here?
E?
Sounds
when
about
are you
right.
going to?
Yeah.
Well, you better be here.
I'll be on vacation. It'll be you and E will be doing it.
Are you going to? Are you?
No, I'll be here.
No, I know you will. Are you going to go straight from the pickleball tournament to the trip?
We have the summer.
Is the pickleball tournament on Friday?
Yeah, it's
a week from Friday.
Friday,
and then
June 14th.
And then don't we have something else after that?
We have a lot of stuff. We have a breakfast.
Well, we just had a Friday, Monday too. Let's don't leave those out.
We got the summer of fun around here, man.
Is that what it is?
It's the summer of fun.
Oh, I'm also going to chase the Holy Grail. More on that. Is that ready to be announced yet? We have a date on that, don't we?
Yeah, we have a date on that. You're going to be out at the yards trying to get a hole in one.
That's late June, isn't it, or is that July?
That's
late June.
June 28th.
June 28th.
Yeah,
I think the goal among all the summer of fun is to pigeonhole me to the point that I literally can't take a vacation. I think that's what's happening here.
Oh, that's great.
You found a nice little 2 little weeks that were in between all the stuff going on.
You got to put them in early.
Well, but I put them in, and then stuff changes.
Lock them down. Lock them down.
I put them in. His was in, like early May or April or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was.
I know. It got moved after I did it, so, which is fine.
So anyway, so pickleball.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm going to be off the next week and a half.
You can register. It's fun. It's like beginners. It's doubles. We're gonna play at noon, but they got like
it's out there off Roberts Road. So especially if you live in North St. Johns County or Mandarin, and you want to find out what pickleball is all about, because that's what we're doing. You ever play? You played once, didn't you?
I played one time. They got beginners. They got all kinds of stuff.
But you can go in there and you can, because we're going to make a little day out of it.
And it's only like I think it's like $35 to enter. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Head over to thefruitcove.com.
Thefruitcove.com. But spaces are limited, though.
Thefruitcove.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, spaces are limited because we have a short amount of time.
It'll fill up.
And then
no time.
at like 10, we'll do like a exhibition.
There's going to be a beginner's class or beginner's pickleball like 8:30, and then Dan and Jeff going to get busy.
We're
going to
do,
court.
and then we're going to have I've decided to. Remember we were talking about that little exhibition? Should it be at noon or at 10?
Yeah, it's already locked in.
Well, we're going to have to relock. We're going to relock it. I did. A week from Friday. Yeah, we're going to have to relock. Yeah.
Well, it's on there at noon.
Well, maybe we can talk to them. Didn't we have the option at one point or no?
I don't know.
It never was. Well, here's what I would say. Then you and E have a great time in that exhibition against the.
I'll be there for sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
We shall win.
Guy can't find a vacation, and wife wants to drag him out at 10:30.
My dog said we're going to have to relock.
I'm kidding. I don't care. I'll stay to what I got to do.
But anyway, so that's coming up. So we got some good stuff coming up this summer. We're hanging out and having a fun.
If I ask you, what's the story of the Major League Baseball season?
I
have one, and we haven't mentioned it. It's hard for me to believe it's the story of the Major League Baseball season if it hasn't been brought up until now. And it is just so mainstream and cliche that I would understand if you didn't reach for this one as the story. But the New York Yankees are the story in baseball. They have been asleep for 15 years in slumber, and they are pounding the baseball, man. All 3 of them. Now, let them stay healthy.
Yeah.
But dang, man. Soto, Stanton, Judge. They're all like, Judge has like 22.
Judge hit one the other day in San Francisco.
Yeah, 480 or something.
And you remember, San Francisco wanted him. They made him an offer
a
couple years ago.
Yeah.
So he went out there and hit about 4 or 5.
Stanton hit a couple, and Soto hit 2 yesterday,
Soto hit one in the 9th that won him the game.
And he hit one early in the game that went to the farthest part of the ballpark.
He's got 17.
17,
Yeah.
I was looking at all those numbers and saying, man, it'd be nice if Acuna had those numbers. And then I thought it must be even nicer if he played.
But, yeah, I would agree with you. I would have said the New York Yankees won.
And the Phillies, too.
Phillies.
Yeah. From a team standpoint, those are.
And then I think there's also there's a little bit of a surprise. There's a couple surprise teams that I sort of. Royals, Guardians, Brewers.
Yeah.
A little bit of surprise.
Hanging around.
I don't know that they're going to necessarily be able to have postseason success, but the Guardians' record is through the roof.
Well, I don't know if they're going to be able to maintain and make the playoffs, but the Guardians should. That division stinks.
Yeah. That guy, they got a new skipper there. Tito left, so they got that Voigt guy.
Stephen Voigt played for him.
So, there's some.
I think that the individual story, I'm going to go negative. And everybody who thought they wanted this guy, just stank your lucky stars. What a dog with fleas Blake Snell is. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Take that 10 ERA and those 4 innings you give people and swindle another country, bro.
Well, he didn't get a big – that's another – baseball has finally wisened up to maybe the Boris and this not signing. And I'll give you one – let me give you one quick base. I asked Murphy about this. In baseball – and we'll take a break after this. But, of course, I'm a sick SOB, so I was watching the Mets, who I hate. And they had to – the Diamondbacks, we're playing the Diamondbacks. They had to call up a kid.
The Mets or the Diamondbacks?
The Diamondbacks to start. And he's gone through 4 2/3 innings. There's a runner on second. They're up 4 or 5-1. He's given up 5 hits and 1 run. And damn if that manager doesn't come out there and take him out of the game.
They don't let him grind through any trouble. And then you wonder why they fail when the pressure's on.
Let him get 5 and at least get the W. Yeah. It's if he's called him up from the minors, you owe him that much. I just thought, and I asked Murph his opinion. He said baseball's changed for
for
the better, in my opinion.
No.
And I think that should matter, man. And I think that was weak sauce by Tony Lavulu or whatever his stupid name is.
Torey Lovello.
Yeah, that guy. But I just thought, man, oh, man, here's a kid. He gets called up, chance of a lifetime. He's done his job. He's done great. There's only a guy at second. It's not like they're suddenly hitting him.
Yeah.
And I would say, I'm going to give you one shot here.
Kind of like Florida let that guy just give up 6 last night.
Yeah, sometimes you got to eat innings, man.
Well, here's what I wonder about. I wonder about, is there a psychological effect, dude? Let your guy work. This is a perfect time to let him work through some hardship.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a pitcher, dude, you are a man against the world.
I just thought that was.
Let him experience some of that and let him.
Bothersome.
The biggest, though, is the pitch count. It's just beyond ridiculous anymore. I mean, the pitch. And then I look at some of these pitch counts from these guys back in the day. I just don't understand how a dude can throw 212 pitches and then pitch the next day and throw 170, and yet now the human body doesn't allow you to throw 130. It's amazing.
Make the turn for home when we come back.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Add an ace to your Tuesday morning.
The 3rd ace in 4 days.
Brunch with a tour.
Tour news, tips, and inside info.
Brought to you by Clearwater Irrigation and Art of Natural Stone.
8:30 Tuesday morning on 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here. May is Healthy Vision Month, folks, and it's time to put your eye health front and center. If you haven't had a comprehensive dilated eye exam in a while, what a great time to schedule one with Bowden Eye. Comprehensive dilated eye exam is the best way to check for common eye problems, even if you haven't noticed any symptoms. You detect signs of eye diseases like glaucoma, diabetic eye disease, age-related macular degeneration. All you got to do is call or visit BowdenEye.com and schedule your consultation. Bowden Eye & Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
At Honda, we appreciate all the comparisons to other vehicles. And no matter how many times they compare their vehicles to a Honda, only a Honda is a Honda. Remember, value, quality, safety, there is no substitute. Visit your local Honda dealer now and experience the difference.
Your cooling system isn't working. Maybe somebody showed up with a portable electronic device. Then they discussed with you what your options are. Maybe they gave you an estimate that seems like an awful lot of money. What's the smart thing to do? When the situation merits a second opinion, get a Mike Merritt opinion. Yes, the Mike Merritt Comfort Team shows up with hand tools. We've never been able to fix an air conditioning problem with a tablet. Mike Merritt has been the trusted name for more than 30 years because there's never any hocus pocus. The Merritt team will walk you through the diagnostic steps up close and personal and show you exactly what you need. And the Mike Merritt price is likely to be far less because there's never an overtime charge, and the Merritt team doesn't work on commission. So remember, when it comes to the health of your cooling system, a second opinion can only help, and a Mike Merritt opinion can save you money. Florida license CACO 50384.
Hicken here with Zero Res. If you're like me, you like to sit on the sofa and recliners and watch a good game or show. You know, unwind down from the day. Sometimes TV time means food, drink, and a mess as well. That's why you need to have the Zero Res truck out and get that furniture looking great again. All of June, Zero Res offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning, 25% off a sectional, off a sofa, 25% off a love seat, and 25% off your favorite recliner. Zero Res, man, you spell it forwards, you spell it backwards. Zero Res, it's the right way to clean.
Did you know a metal roof from Prime Roofing will last 2 to 3 times longer than a shingle roof? If you want a better roof, think metal. Think Prime Roofing. Schedule your free estimate today at primeroofingfl.com. That's primeroofingfl.com.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On June 3rd, 2018, Golden State guard Stephen Curry breaks Ray Allen's NBA Finals record for most three-pointers with 9 in Game 2 against the Cavaliers.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. I have done in my career literally thousands of joint replacements.
Meet Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, National Medical Director at QC Kinetics, an acclaimed orthopedic surgeon who now advises patients try all they can do to avoid the knife and consider regenerative medicine.
I myself was able to continue skiing for 10 years after my knees started to be a problem because I accessed regenerative medicine.
Now, after 20 years of study, research, teaching, publications, and clinical experience, Dr. Scheinkup is regarded as one of America's true pioneers.
This is the future of medicine.
Dr. Scheinkup came to QC Kinetics after seeing what they were doing around the country, helping tens of thousands of patients get lasting relief from joint pain with no surgery and no drugs.
QC is so far ahead of the game in its science, its protocols, its people, its facilities.
Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, customtreesurgeons.com. That's customtreesurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, I'm going to cool down about C.J. Stroud and his comments.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying.
And I think that A young kid. First time I let it pass, second time I let it pass, third time you're starting to annoy me now, CJ. So, yeah, for real. I hope Eric Armstead picks you up and throws you down like Joe Turkey Jones did to Terry Bradshaw.
Turkey Jones.
And then, CJ, you can kind of shake on the field a little bit for us.
Yeah.
Shake.
I'm
kind of like E did when he fell out of the golf cart.
Dang, I can't believe you saw that.
Kind of went into convulsions.
It did have kind of like a flounder on the beach kind of look to it. I tell you what, I took away from today and from the weekend was a terrific heartfelt story. My man just grabs his pops and puts him on the bag, and when Amanda Balionis was interviewing him, it was, it was almost like a tearjerker, and so I enjoyed that from the PGA Tour this weekend.
Good stuff.
I think I would take away that conversation y'all had with Frank about what's like sports, and it doesn't just teach you how to run trap or to tag out, but it teaches you about life, like the discipline in life.
Deal with people.
Absolutely.
Compete.
Yeah.
Compete.
Teach you overcome adversity.
You're going to compete your whole life against everybody.
Absolutely.
You're going to compete, you're going to compete against in jobs. You're going to compete for girls. You're going to compete for everything.
And it's an advantage if you've grown up in a structured atmosphere where competition is the only thing.
Yeah.
Right? So that and a little teamwork.
And then maybe you can sit there and go, for real, come bring it, see what happens.
Yeah. I really, really, really am quite desirous of a Jags beating the Texans by about 3 games and shutting up old boy who the last I checked ain't won nothing. I don't know how his high school career went, but other than that, you ain't won nothing, friend.
Our work here is done, complete. We appreciate them having us out. Walk-off
now,
tournament.
Unless, there's some other tournament tomorrow that I don't know about. We'll be back in studio. But I did add it up. We've done 41 shows here in the year 2024 at golf tournaments or golf courses so far.
Summer of Fun continues next Friday with the pickleball tournament, and we'll see how that goes.
Wow. Man, we're on fire right now.
We're cranking them.
All right. Well, let's see you all tomorrow. It's Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
It's strange. The code is somehow different.
LX1010.
Encrypted? Maybe.
Is that good for us or bad for us?
1010XL.
So one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. Hicken here from Matt Hinson in the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney yet. But have you done your last will? It's not the most comfortable thing.